Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
Angels are finishing up a 6-game homestand with a 3-game weekend series against the Atlanta Braves. The Woken Angels Live, presented by Nissan. Yeah, the Braves are in town for the weekend. A team that's trying to hang on to a wild card spot in the East. Here's what's on tap for the next 30 minutes of the show we'd like to call Angels Live. Yeah, a rare visit from the Braves. We'll dive into them a little bit later on in the program. New York City hangover, question mark, question mark. We're going to dive into the Halos playing good against the good and not so good against the not so good. And how about Soriano, the savior? He's on the hill. Last 2 starts. How about an ERA under 1? Yeah, he's been throwing it. Hopefully he can keep it going here tonight. As we welcome you, I love the halo, welcome you inside Angel Stadium. Ken French, Tim Salmon, and that is Mark Gubicza, all hanging out, ready to bring you a very big show. And, gents, a lot to talk about here tonight. But you know what? Let's do a little rebound performance, Mark Gubicza. Let's turn things around. Yeah, you got a desperate team coming to town, but the Angels, they've been elevating their game with those type of teams.
Yeah, you have Players Weekend. You had the day off yesterday, a chance to clear your mind, just go out there and have some fun against a very good team. Even though they've had a couple guys out for a long period of time, this Braves team is still good. The Angels have played really well against good teams, so hopefully that focus here together. Soriano's on the mound, so that certainly helps you out.
Yeah, clear the mechanism. Let's go, Tim Salmon.
Yeah, to me, the thing is, it comes down to focus, and we're talking about the dog days of August. It's real. It's a legit deal, and it's not so much a physical sometimes. It's just the mental fatigue that sets in, and these are young players, and learning how to deal with, the mental fatigue that sets in and the stuff that you do at this time of year, traveling from East Coast to West Coast. That's all part of the game plan of helping these guys understand what it's like to play in the big leagues.
It's part of the game plan as well, is trying to get these young players used to the business of baseball. And the Angels certainly have been right in the middle of it when it comes to transactions, players entering and leaving the clubhouse. And here's what's happening before this one. Jack Lopez, Nico Cavadas called up from AAA. You see on the bottom of your screen, Willie Calhoun, Luis Guillorme designated for assignment. So you got 2 guys coming in. Gooby, when you look at these, Hoppy rolls by back in the lineup after a day off on Wednesday. A lot of depth the Angels are adding for the comes to the infield.
Well, we saw Jack Lopez a lot in spring trainings. He's got a really good glove. He put up some pretty good offensive numbers in OPS of 754. So he's been solid. He's been driving the base, but could play a number of different positions in the infield. And Nico Cavadas, he's got a lot of power. 19 home runs, 22 stolen bases. So if my math is right, that would be 41 extra base hits. So there's some power in the middle of the lineup.
Yeah, I think this is the time of year where you start doing things like this. You start seeing, okay, what's in the cupboard? You're going to be going into a winter making some decisions on things, and where's your depth? Where are you missing? Where's your lack of whatever? I think you're going to start seeing some of this. I think you're going to start seeing some of these younger guys move in and out, and it's the right thing to do because this team has 6 weeks to go pretty much, and then it's making plans for next season. So I think it's pretty cool to see some of these young faces.
Yeah, here's what Ron Washington had to say earlier today about the business of baseball.
Well, we got some young kids we want to look at. And when you look at the roster, they were the 2 that had to take it on the chin. It wasn't an easy thing to decide, but we had to decide it. And we wish the best to both of them, and we appreciate what they did for us. But when you start to getting down to this point in the year, those are the type of things that happens. Sometimes they don't have control of it.
All right, so Cavadas will be in the cleanup spot to make his major league debut. Oh, by the way, in the minors, over 50% of his at-bats, guys, either a walk, a home run, or a strikeout. He hits the long ball, but he strikes out. But check this out. The only other player to make their debut in the cleanup spot, Tim Salmon.
Hey, about the only thing that was similar in that situation was both major league clubs were going in the wrong direction. They said, hey, bring up the young guys. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, Yankee Stadium, John Wathan. Running out to take BP. Hey, saw that you hit cleanup all year. Yeah, I did. I wasn't even sure if I was going to play that night. I got you in the hitting cleanup tonight. What do you think? I'm like, oh, all right, let's go get him.
Well, did you clean him up that night?
I was 0 for 4 of the walk.
It's all right. You got to hit the next day.
Got to hit the next day, home run the next day.
There you go. So then you cleaned it up.
You cleaned it up then. Gooby, let's talk about this team. Good against the good and not so good against the bad so far. I mean, they beat the Yankees. They beat the Mets. They swept Seattle, but they've been trouble against the Jays that we saw, the A's, the Rockies. So tell me, what's the difference here? What's the situation?
I mean, you think about it, they faced some really good pitching with Seattle, the Mets, and the Yankees, and especially when you think about it up in New York against the Yankees to be able to do what they did. Bottom line is, in those games against those guys, the Yankees, the Mets, and the Yankees, Seattle, they hit with runners in scoring position. When you do that, you score runs, you give your pitching staff an opportunity to be able to relax a little bit. That has not been the case for whatever reason, whether it's against Oakland, was Colorado, Toronto, especially when you look at Toronto, their starting pitchers went a combined 21 innings, is 2 earned runs allowed. No rhyme or reason behind it, just pressing a little bit. When you have young players, sometimes you're trying to do too much instead of just relax your hands at the plate and get those runs driven in when the guys are in scoring position.
Yeah, you know, you look back to the Toronto series, obviously, because it's fresh, but they ran into a buzzsaw. That starting pitching was amazing. I'd like to think that, well, actually, they're facing some tough pitching this series, too. You like to think that the offense is going to come around and catch their breath a little bit, but, yeah, when you go back and you think about playing those tough teams, it's always easy to get up for the tough teams. It's always easy to get up for the big names. Yeah. It's the games against Oakland, you know, and the crowds aren't as big, the excitement, the energy's not there. Those are the toughest games to play in. And again, that's where the young player has to find it within themselves, tap in, whatever it is, to make sure your focus is the same regardless of who's on the field.
Let's take a look at the last 7 series for the Halos. Well, by the way, since July the 12th, the Angels 10-2 against teams above 500. That is best in Major League Baseball. Just what I was talking about. I mean, sweeping the Mariners, again, winning that Mets series, the Yankee series, but struggling against the Nationals and the Blue Jays. You know, Gooby, from the pitching standpoint, just trying to elevate your game. Is it easier to do against those good teams?
As a pitcher, for me, it never mattered who I was facing. If you were a team below 500 or your team it was the best team in baseball, your focus was always there. But as a starting pitcher, you get to go out there every 5 days. So I think it's a little easier to get motivated as a starting pitcher sometimes, maybe as a position player. So every game you're always focused to go out there. I mean, when you look what they did against Seattle, I mean, that's some of the best starting pitching you're going to see, period, in baseball, yet they find a way to win. They should have won all 3 games against the Nationals. They had leads late. It kind of went away from them, but still, the bottom line is if you go out and put up some zeros early on, that always allows you to relax as a hitter, doesn't it, Tim?
Well, it definitely does. And I think sometimes another avenue, I mean, when you're facing pitchers on these good teams that you know all about, I mean, you've watched them. I mean, there's a little bit of nerves in that. And I always said nerves are your, you know, make it an asset. I mean, nerves are your friend. I mean, that's going to jump your adrenaline up. I think sometimes when you face these, maybe the Oakland types, and you're facing a guy you don't really know who he is, you can get settled into a comfortable 0 for 4 pretty quickly there. So, again, I think, and so I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just saying I've been there. I understand maybe what they're going through as a young player, and that's how you've got to mature and become that veteran guy where it doesn't matter who's on the hump. You're always focused and ready to go.
3 pitchers for the Blue Jays when the Angels were swept the last series. They each went at least 7 innings. Angels 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position over that series, outscored 19-5. Just one of those things, Gooby, got to flush that, right? I mean, moving into a team like the Braves, you can't dwell on that series.
And that's why sometimes an off day is a beautiful thing. And then they're going to face some 3 really good pitchers right here for Atlanta. I mean, Chris Sale in the middle of that. He's right now one of the front runners to win the Cy Young in the National League. Charlie Morton with that curveball is always, always good. Spencer Schwellenbach has been unbelievable. He's got great size. He's got 5 pitches. I mean, I don't think Atlanta right now is in the conversation for the postseason if it wasn't for him. He's been throwing the ball that well. He's been a savior for him, that young arm.
You know, one of the things that's sad I picked up on, you know, this Angels offense, when they face a starter for the 3rd time, which means they're facing a good starter, right? When you're facing those good arms, you can't go out there and sell out early in those first at-bats. You want to kind of see what they have, because you might have that 3rd at-bat. And this team has not been as resilient in that 3rd time through the lineup against these star pitchers. And I think that's the one thing back in our day, we face everybody 3 times. But, you know, those early at-bats, you're getting as much information as you can, and you're not going up there, you know, making outs on 1 or 2 pitches, and you go back and you don't really have anything in the memory bank for that 3rd at-bat, maybe when the game's on the line. So if there's anything I would say is, when you're facing the tough pitching, I understand you want to be aggressive in certain counts, but sometimes it's best to be a little patient and see what they got and really plan your attack, you know, the rest of the game.
Schwellenbach's been good. We'll see him tonight. Sale, you saw him on there, though. I mean, an ERA of almost over 4 with Boston over the last 3 years. How has he resurrected his career in Atlanta?
I mean, his slider has been unreal. Unreal right now. I mean, he throws about 40% of his pitches are sliders, and it's been absolutely unhittable. He's almost at 100. He's got 97 strikeouts with his slider this year. That's one pitch. I mean, he's been that good. He's always had that crazy arm angle he throws from. He slings it across his body. It's tough to be able to see the baseball well. He's pitched exceptionally well in his career against the Angels. I think off the top of my head, I think he's 7-0 with an ERA in the ones. So tonight, you got to go out and get this going.
I'll tell you what, he's got his mojo back, and when you're feeling healthy again, it's amazing the difference. I mean, he was never really healthy in Boston. Had a lot of issues, and everybody's looking to make excuses. He's washed up. Hey, it just goes to show when you get yourself healthy, these guys can come back and perform sometimes.
O'Hoppe, Neto, and Adele all had the day off on Wednesday. First time those 3 have had the day off. So now back-to-back days because they had the Thursday, the off day. Hopefully they're rested and ready to go tonight. Time for you to sail off into the sunset.
You going to sing a stick song?
Yeah.
Come sail away?
Come sail away.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I will.
But don't come sail away with me, though.
No.
Go sail with Patrick.
There you go.
That's what I meant to say. Hey, on the other side, Community Roots. We're talking about Logan O'Hoppe.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge! Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Angels Live is presented to you by Nissan. Save big before summer ends at the Nissan End of Summer Sales event. What a gorgeous Friday evening it is here in Southern California at the Big A. It is also Players Weekend as the Angels take on the Braves, celebrating the personality and the charitable causes of all the players. For more on that, let's bring in Erica Wesson, who's standing by in the cool shade. And Erica, when you talk about leaders of the team, Logan O'Hoppe certainly at the top of the list, but he's not only a leader at the clubhouse, but also in the community as well.
Yeah, Frenchie, and I think that's why he's the leader on this ball club, or at least the leader in waiting, no question. But you mentioned it's Players Weekend, an opportunity for players to showcase some fun, their personality, a lot of people that are close to them that helped get them to this point in the show, and some important causes. So this is the first time that Major League Baseball has celebrated Players Weekend, took a 4-year hiatus, and tonight's celebration, if you will, is all about having fun. But for Logan, it'll all be about his charitable causes throughout the entirety of the weekend. Earlier this week, Logan and Hunter Strickland went on a hospital visit at Millard's Children's and Women's Hospital, and he brought his chest protector with him to that hospital visit, and you're going to see him wearing it throughout the weekend against the Braves. What's so special about it? Well, he had all these kids sign the chest protector, draw pictures on it, sign their names on it, because we know these things are so valuable and so more than just what he does on the baseball field. And earlier this week, we had a chance to catch up with him about how meaningful this weekend will be for him.
It's going to be cool. We had the kids today sign it and draw pictures on it, so It'll be a good one. And then we had them write their names on the inside. And I don't know how the names were allowed on the front, so I had to compensate a little bit. But no, it's going to be a cool weekend, and hopefully it gives them all something to smile at.
Your idea, or kind of collaboration idea?
It was. We had to battle for it a little bit, but luckily we got the right people here to send it through, and it'll be pretty cool.
As I mentioned, it's been 4 years since Major League Baseball has done Players Weekend. Logan said a couple days ago he remembers watching it down in the minor leagues back when the guys were putting nicknames and things like that on the back of their jerseys. He said it's so cool to be able to be given an opportunity to celebrate things that are important to us, causes that are special to us. He said he's got a bunch of things planned throughout the weekend. I know he's got one in particular tomorrow with his buddy, Zach Neto. So more to come for Logan, but good on him for making sure that those kids at the hospital are a part of Players Weekend here at the Big A.
I love it, Erica. Thank you so much. Look forward to the report throughout the course of the game, and it certainly breaks up the monotony, Tim, when you have a 162-game season, be able to do something like this. Exciting, show your personality today, charitable causes tomorrow, and, of course, all the people that got you to the big leagues on Sunday. But let's talk about Taylor Ward for a second. I don't know, could you hit with a pencil bat?
I think that would be too much of a distraction for me personally.
Yeah, that's
I don't know about that one.
I don't know. I heard about it, and we're going to show you right now what it looks like. And yeah, this would be too much of a distraction for me. And when I heard a pencil bat, it was one of those things that I thought, how thin is this thing going to be?
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing right there.
Yeah. Is that a number 2 pencil? Yeah, you know what? To me, it's always interesting when you see these guys do these things and they put on the colored shoes, maybe for Mother's Day and that kind of stuff, because we're such creatures of habit in baseball that, to me, I would think like, hey, I want to take my gamer up there. Is this my gamer all of a sudden? It better be a gamer. They better have made that with really good wood right there. But without a doubt, it's pretty cool what they're doing right here. And I like to see the guys getting involved. And it shows a little bit of their personality for the fans. And, of course, just makes everybody feel a little bit more in touch with who their players are.
Yeah, Kevin Pillar took a couple pairs of white cleats home. His 4- and 6-year-old decorated it. Those will be on display this weekend with some googly eyes, I've been told, as we step aside here on the program when we do come back. Yes, it is a brave new world. Atlanta Braves getting hot again, trying to get into playoffs as a wild card.
This summer is the perfect time to...
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Angels Live is presented to you by Nissan. Save big before summer ends at the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. Little belt bag giveaway as the Angels fans file in the final 3 games of a 6-game homestand. Angels looking to get themselves some momentum before heading in to the road once again. As we welcome you inside the Big A, Kent French alongside Tim Salmon. Okay, we talked about how this Angels team's been very good against teams over 500 and in a playoff picture. That's certainly what the Braves have been. You know what, Tim? I mean, we showed the three pitchers we're facing over the weekend. They're one of the more balanced teams in baseball, pitching, defense, and of course hitting, and that's why they've been in the postseason the last 6 years.
Well, without a doubt, I got to say though, it comes down to depth.
Yeah,
I mean, that's one thing Perry always talks about. How do you build depth in this organization, in this Angel team? The Atlanta Braves have so much depth. It's amazing. Think about. They're fighting for a playoff shot right now. The starting pitching looks really good on their end. They're missing Spencer Strider. They're missing Ozzie Albies. They're missing Ronald Acuna. These are huge players. I mean, these are Mike Trout equivalents in a sense.
Yes, absolutely.
And, so they're missing all three of them, and they're still in contention because of all the other depth. I mean, we missed some of the big boys in our lineup, and all we had were young guys around them. So that is why they're so good, is because they build on depth. And hey, they're maybe, playing second fiddle to the Phillies right now, but if they had all those guys, they'd be in first place again. So, I mean, that just goes to show when you build an organization and you have that kind of depth and that kind of talent, what they can do.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to catch the Phillies based on the way Philadelphia's played this year. They've been pretty consistent, but when you look at where the Braves are, they're going to have to fight those Mets, and the wild card is where it's going to be, it looks like, for the Braves this year.
It is going to be that probably. I mean, unless Philly, really hits the skids here. But without a doubt, I mean, it's about getting into the postseason, right? And we're talking about the three starters that are thrown against the Angels tonight. Can you imagine those three guys in the rotation in a playoff series? That's an amazing rotation. So it doesn't matter for them whether they win the division. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Just get to the postseason with this kind of a staff, healthy staff, and the lineup. I mean, boy, some of the players in this lineup are really picking it up.
Yeah, they've hit 44 home runs over the last 20 games since July 26th. That is best in baseball. So hopefully the Angels can keep the ball inside the ballpark here tonight at the Big A. As we take one more time out here in the program, when we do come back, I mentioned the bats of the Braves. What about the arm of Soriano? He will be the savior for the Angels here tonight.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is, a 40-70 season.
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
When the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app of participating McDonald's. It's called the Sweet Taste of Victory. Angels haven't had that over the last series. Hopefully the kids can enjoy their fries tomorrow after an Angels win. Jose Soriano, he will be on the hill as the Braves will take on the Angels here tonight, game one of a three-game series. And when you look at a lineup, on Players Weekend here at the Big A. You talked about all the injuries. Matt Olson, one of the guys who's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's one of them. I mean, he had a big breakout year last year, but Marcelo Zuna is really the guy that's carrying this club offensively. Look at that, a 949 OPS. This guy has 42 two-out RBIs. That's almost half of his RBIs have come with two outs. That's huge clutch hitting. 348 on the fastball, number one in all baseball. 16 home runs on the break ball, though he's probably not going to see many breaking balls today. But Soriano's definitely got his work cut out in the heart of the lineup. Because Olson, he loves the ball down. He doesn't like the ball up, and you know that sinker is going to be down in the zone. So without a doubt, Soriano's got his work cut out for him. Hey, 60% ground ball rate is number one in baseball. He threw a lot more sinkers his last outing. It's going to be interesting to see how he works this lineup tonight.
Braves had a tough time against Logan Webb yesterday. 1 hit, 13 outs, 10 ground outs on a sinker ball pitcher. So we'll see if Jose Soriano, as you mentioned, 60% sinkers, if he can take them to task and keep it down and hopefully keep it inside the ballpark.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for him. I mean, without a doubt, I mean, he's got to go out there and pick this team up, you know, be a starter that goes deep in the game and limits the runs. I mean, give this offense a chance to score some runs. If you go up there and throw a 4 or 5 spot up, you're not going to, that offense isn't going to be able to respond against this kind of pitching right now.
The rookie on the hill for the Braves and Spencer Schwellenbach, a guy that doesn't walk hardly anybody. We showed his numbers earlier on, and this is the Angels lineup he'll be facing here tonight.
Well, it's an interesting lineup. Look at that. Taylor Ward in the leadoff spot. Nolan Shonwell hitting in the 3-hole. Nico Cavadas, we already talked about, a rookie hitting in the cleanup spot. Ohapi's been dropped down, move him down. Rendon. It's just interesting, you know, just kind of changing the lineup, seeing what's going to work for the Angels right now. But they have got their work cut out for him with this Schwellenbach. Highest chase rate in all of baseball, 36%, which is number one in baseball. I mean, that ERA 3.95. This guy is amazing. He's got 6 pitches, and he throws probably all 6 with command. I mean, he really can come at you with a lot of different pitches. 5 of the 6 pitches are above league average. He really does a great job. That fastball's got great life on it, maintains its, it kind of rise, I guess. It rides on the player. So the Angels have got their work cut out for them, but we've been talking, for whatever reason, sometimes they get up against these games, and maybe the offense this is what they need to really get going.
All right, well, the Angels taking on the Atlanta Braves here tonight, game 1 of a 3-game weekend series against a team that is over 500 and fighting for a playoff spot right now. They are in a wild card position in the NL, as Logan Ohapi had a couple days off. He's nursing a sore knee. You got Mr. Cavada. Come on, let's do it here tonight. Nico Cavada making his MLB debut in the cleanup spot. Stefanik and the boys getting ready to take on the Braves. Patrick O'Neill, Mark Gubicza coming at you next.
Got a lunch fantasy?
This is what you've been waiting for, folks. This is Gunnar Henderson.
American League Rookie of the Year. What a superstar rookie season he had.
What can this guy do?
One of the best all-around players. You better be really good at what you do if you're going to be called Gunnar.
Out of here! Gunnar Henderson's season is in full effect.
Gunnar Henderson's my shortstop. This dude, absolute animal.
Show him who you are, kid. Show him who you are.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network. You're watching Valley Sports, the home of the Angels, Clippers, Ducks, and Kings.
Welcome to Angels baseball here on Valley Sports. We plan on having a lot of fun because it's Players Weekend. This Friday night, kicking it off, celebrating all things fun for the players. Looking forward to some new players as well joining the Angels. We'll get into all of it. You got the Atlanta Braves in town. Oh, look at the Ben Joyce, the Tennessee firemen, the volunteer firemen, absolutely majestic. We're going to be showcasing that all weekend long. With Mark Guba's up, Patrick O'Neill. Guba, you look well rested, haircut, ready to go for this one here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, same thing with the players. Players Weekend, they could have some fun. They had the off day yesterday. Just clear the mind of what happened, against Toronto, especially with their starting pitching. And you're facing a really, really good team in the Atlanta Braves, and the Angels have played really well against a good team, so this should be a fun series going up against Atlanta.
Got Jose Soriano on the bump. He throws that sinker, gets a lot of ground balls. You got a Braves team that hits a lot of home runs. Strength versus strength. Who wins this?
Soriano, 59.9% ground ball rate. That's the second highest in all of baseball. That power sinker's 94 to 100 miles an hour. Ground ball after ground ball. When you face this Atlanta team, they don't hit the ball on the ground a whole lot. 911 ground ball. That's the fourth fewest so far this season in Major League Baseball. But when you look at what happened yesterday, Patrick, Logan Webb, a power sinker himself, he's at about 56.7% ground ball rate. On his sinker, he only allowed one hit. He got 13 outs, 10 of them on the ground. So as good as they are as far as lifting the baseball, when you got that power sinker working, it's so difficult to lift that ball in the air, Patrick.
All right, so here is Jose Soriano. I tell you what, in his last 6 starts, I mean, this guy does not give up any home runs. Can't wait to see what he does today.
123 ground ball outs with a sinker this season. That's most of any pitch, any type of pitch in baseball this entire season. So that sinker can be very, very devastating. He's been throwing the ball really well since coming back from the IL now. He's got that sinker back. Well, we know he's got that knuckle curve, but that ground ball action on his sinker should be very effective against this Brave team. Even though they don't hit the ball on the ground a lot, he's going to force them to hit the ball, hit it on top of that with the bat on the ball, and get a lot of ground ball outs.
Well, that time of year, Gooby, where some roster moves are made, considering the Angels' position. 2 call-ups. First off, Willie Calhoun, Luis Guillorme, designated for assignment. Nico Cavadas, he'll be hitting cleanup in his MLB debut. Jack Lopez, we've seen him do great things. He's played for Boston 7 games. What do you make of these moves?
Yeah, I mean, Lopez played a lot in spring training. We saw he's got a great glove, hit the ball well there in AAA. Cavadas is a guy in the middle of the order, 41 extra base hits this season and a 920 OPS. It should be fun to see him.
He was picked up in that Garcia trade. Can't wait to see what he has to offer. Will he hit a home run in his MLB debut, hitting cleanup? We expect to have a ton of fun tonight. TGIF. Taylor Ward leading things off with the pencil back. Don't miss it. It's all coming up first pitch right around the corner.
I asked my brother.
Since its inception, the Boys and Girls Clubs have been more than a fun place for kids to go after school. For some, it's been a second home, where they can learn, play, and grow. Thanks to the partnership between Major League Baseball and Boys and Girls Clubs, children of all backgrounds have access to safe spaces. All right, let's go take a selfie. MLB Together and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, empowering children and building futures. Bring it in.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ball game when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Speaking of the Angels, kicking off Players Weekend, looking to have some fun. And yesterday, Mike Trout and son Beckham had a lot of fun. One of the best father-son moments ever. Took out a box of Bowman 2009 baseball cards, looking for a diamond in the rough.
So what are we trying, dude? What are we trying to get?
Mike Trout.
Here we go.
And we gotta get you, Daddy. Have to, Dad.
On it. See what we can do, right?
I'm gonna get out the first card, Dad.
All right.
My pile is gonna be in here. Daddy, what?
No way, dude. No way. No way. Oh my gosh, dude. Let's go. Bro, we just pulled it. We just pulled the monster. Let's go, baby. Let's go. No way. Oh my gosh, dude.
Daddy, let's put in one of these.
What are the odds? Well, maybe 1 in 22, but either way, that was so cool. And Beckham, the smile, what a great moment for the two of them.
That is one of the coolest things. I got a chance, when we all got a chance to see that yesterday, I was like out of my mind. I had to text Trouty right away. I told him my son is out of his mind because he's been trying to get that card forever.
Really?
Yes, he's been trying forever. So cool that Trouty was able to get that with Beckham on hand. That was so awesome.
So was your son Chad, was he happy for Mike and Beckham, or just disappointed that he didn't?
Well, he was happy because, you know, obviously it's Trouty and stuff, but he's like, wow, I wanted that so bad.
Oh, that's outstanding. All right, Jose Soriano on the bump. He's been so great this year, and especially the last 6.
And my go-tos for Soriano, just to continue the stretch he's been on against a still very, very deep lineup for the Braves. His power, that sinker down. Mentioned those numbers he's had so far this season on that ground ball rate, but also spin that knuckle curve for some big outs. He's got 44 punch-outs on that knuckle curve and a swing and miss percentage of over 40%.
Soriano hasn't allowed a home run in the last 6 starts. Braves have 44 homers in their last 20 games. So this will be a fun matchup here tonight as the Angels, who got swept by the Toronto Blue Jays, look to bounce back against the Atlanta Braves. Have not been here at the Big A since 2017. Harris II, Riley Ozuna. Look out there. Olsen, Murphy, Arcia, Kelnick, Laureano, and Merrifield.
Even without Acuna Jr. in there, it's still in a Ozzie Albies, there's still a very deep, dangerous lineup.
Holding on to that 3rd wild card. 2.5 game lead over the Mets currently. Michael Harris II. He's been injured a lot this year. Just came off that IL's, that hamstring issue. Hit a grand slam up in San Francisco.
But a first pitch, 100-mile-an-hour sinker.
Counts 1-1 on that 99-mile-per-hour sinker.
Yeah, it's getting loose.
Well, speaking to Matt Thaiss about Jose Soriano, and he said he has the potential to be a top 2 or 3 pitcher in baseball.
Yes.
He feels his stuff is that good.
There's that knuckle curve. When he gets that work, when he got a good feel for that pitch, that makes his sinker even better. Because now you can't just center in and swing it on a fastball all the time. You got to deal with that knuckle curve. Also with the splitter and the slider.
The whiff rate on the knuckle curve is outstanding. The 1-2 just gets a piece at the plate. Does Harris, stays alive. So for Harris, on Players Weekend, celebrating the fun here today. Personalities, friendships, interests, and a Toy Story battle.
I love, that's one of my favorites, all-time favorites. Love Toy Story.
Have you seen them all?
Yes. I may have cried a little bit in a couple of them. Maybe.
Well, that is hammered and trailing into the seats, foul.
See, when you think about the difference between his four-seam fastball and his sinker, he will get some swing and misses and some pop-ups on there. Oh, Buzz Lightyear, that's so good.
You just lose your train of thought.
Yes. Yeah. Go back to the sinker.
Everything Toy Story for Michael Harris II. 2-2.
Remember last year I dressed up as Buzz Lightyear. Remember that with the family for Halloween. That was cool.
Do we have proof? Do we have photo proof?
I shouldn't say any more about that.
Did Harris forget to tuck in that pocket and at the look?
And he's had some pretty good swings against the Angels in his young career. Having him back in the lineup for the Braves is huge. You go back to last year, what he did, he was 5 for 10 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs against the Angels down in Hotlanta.
Very colorful cleats for Harris. Soriano's 2-2 coming. Swing and a miss. A good start. He got him. 100 miles per hour.
With some sink to it. That's a long at bat, a battle by Harris, but then Soriano wins that battle. Look at that movement at 100. Where it starts and where it ends up, it's tough to catch up to that. If you do, you will hit that ball on the ground.
This will bring up Austin Riley, third baseman for the Braves. 19 homers, 56 RBIs.
Check out the Easton defense for the Halos today. Michael Stefanik over at second base. 2 defensive runs saved so far. The improvement in his defense. Been involved in 15 double plays. Shawano Neto, Rendon. I talked to him today. What is his favorite ground ball? Do you want to go to the backhand or the glove side? He said he's way more comfortable going to the glove side and be able to have that throw on the run to first base.
Quickly ahead, 0-2.
It's good to see Logan O'Hoppe back there behind the plate working with Soriano. You got Ward, Joe Adell in center. Moniak in right.
Interesting with Adell in center and Moniak in right. That switch, we thought we'd see a bit more of that. Beautiful in there, got him back-to-back Ks. A knuckle curve, the out pitch in this first inning.
So a sinker, now the knuckle curve. If he has a feel for that pitch, it'd be a tough night in with a deep lineup like Atlanta. Now you have a guy at the plate who's done a lot of damage. Very similar when you think about damage done on the first pitch, like Logan O'Hoppe, both with 8 home runs on the first pitch put in play.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, and what a season he's having. It's a piece, but not enough. 0-1, 90 RBIs. That leads the National League, and he's second in average, second in homers. Potential for a triple crown in the National League. He hasn't had an RBI in 5 games. The last National League triple crown winner, Joe Medwick, in 1937. It's the top of Ozuna's bat. He is the Bear. The Big Bear.
He's had a real big bounce back season too, with all the home run, the power. He's got 58 extra base hits this season, slugging nearly 580. But he is the guy that's susceptible to a strikeout if you get to that 2-strike count.
That's 2-2. A chance to strike out the side. Soriano's done it once this year. Be a great start. Ozuna's going to take time. Luis Arraez leads the National League in average at 308, so just 10 points back and 2 homers shy of Shohei. Not unthinkable that he could do it. And the 2-2.
Wow, that's some run action. That's a 4-seam fastball there. And out of his hand, it stays true. And the backswing looked like he got Logan O'Hoppe. In the front of the mask.
Great matchup here. Soriano to Ozuna, 2-2. Ground ball. Neto has it, and a great start for Jose Soriano.
Soda's back. Like, actually back. The twist? It's better for you this time. You deserve that mouth-watering swirl of bold flavor and refreshing bubbles without feeling bad about it. 'Cause cravings aren't a crime, people. So no more hiding cans at the bottom of your recycling bin or sipping sparkling water with your burger and fries. It's time to love soda again. Like right now, 'cause we're officially bringing soda back.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too.
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
I feel like I lose track of at least $500 a month.
Maybe that's because you still use spreadsheets. Haven't you heard of Rocket Money?
No, but you're probably going to cut me off and tell me about it.
It's an app that automatically tracks your spending in real time, lowers your bills, and finds and cancels sneaky subscriptions.
Sign me up.
Stay on track with your finances and download Rocket Money today.
Taylor Ward batting first tonight, and he'll be using a number 2 pencil tonight. At least that's going to be the case in his very first plate appearance tonight. It's Players Weekend, first time we've seen that in Major League Baseball in 4 years. So why the pencil bat for Taylor Ward? I asked him earlier today. It was a big hit in the Angels clubhouse earlier today. Look at that. It's wrapped, his bat. He said he's always wanted one, a pencil bat. That's right. He said he wasn't a very good student, so he decided to check it out, use it during BP. He said it was coming off the bat great. Thought it was pretty cool, so here he goes using it in his first AB. Lots of love for the writing tools today with the fun part of Players Weekend, right? Lots of crayons out there. Bryce Harper did, Jock Peterson too. Aaron Judge also went the school route and nod to his high school, so let's see if the pencil bat brings him some knocks today, guys.
Why couldn't any batter ever use a pencil when I was out on the mound? I would have loved that. I might have had a chance to get it out. Or two.
Erica, what would be your bats or cleats of choice on Players Weekend to showcase your fun stuff?
I got to imagine it'd be something pink, right? For those that know me, got to be like pink or a bow, something like that. Real girly, no doubt.
So you mash it. That's awesome. And Gooby, for you,
you know,
something on your glove? Or
yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool to have a, you know, obviously I wouldn't have a bat, that's for sure. If I could somehow on my cleats, I'd love to be able to do something for the family on the one, and then maybe Led Zeppelin with Jimmy Page playing guitar on the other.
There you go. Arcia throws out Ward for the first out here, bottom of the first. Here's Taylor Ward led off, and that's Neto, Shonowell, Cavadas, Nico Cavadas, DHing, making his MLB debut. Just called up today, Logan O'Hoppe, Anthony Rendon, Mickey Moniak, Adele, and Stefanik. So looking forward to Nico Cavadas, has tremendous power. Jack Lopez also. Tremendous defensive player is Jack Lopez, not in the lineup today. Had a lot of travel just to get here.
Schwellenbach's a tough battle for everybody in this lineup for the Halos tonight.
Yeah, the pitcher Spencer Schwellenbach is very dangerous. There you see the nobodies from nowhere. You see the Campbells?
Yes.
The Campbells, they're for the Campbell Camels, and that's a representing college, two-time Big South Player of the Year. So rep to his college team. First round pick, has that saying on his bat as well. I feel like Zach Neto's always showcasing the fun.
Yeah, he always has a good time. Definitely.
Every game for Neto. He's been just outstanding in the hole here. 0-2. The rookie Spencer Schwellenbach in his 12 starts has just been tremendous as he strikes out Neto, 2 down.
Schwellenbach, he has so many different pitches he can go to, and all of them are quality pitches. And he's been getting better and better as the season progressed. Strong. He uses that lower half of his body to drive the plate. His fastball is still very firm at 93, 97 with a slider, cutter, curve, and split. 2 types of fastballs.
Here's Shonowell hitting third here today. In his 12 starts, Schwellenbach only 12 walks. That's the fewest by a Braves pitcher in history. First 12 starts plus the 77 Ks. So his strikeout to walk ratio 45-3 since July 1st for a rookie. He has been fantastic.
Has he been talking to Greg Maddux?
That would help. Although Maddux could probably tell every pitcher what he did, and then they wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, he was one of the he was the professor.
Yes, he was. A run of 14 division titles for the Braves.
This splitter is more of a changeup. It's not a split finger fastball. It's a splitter that's a changeup. It's about 84 miles an hour. Chance to get on base here for Shonowell.
There's a ground ball, and it's handled by Merrifield. So we'll have to wait for Cavadas' debut.
Paying down debt can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Upstart makes it fast and easy. Borrowers can access the funds they need in as little as 1 business day. Checking your rate is fast, easy, with no cost to you or your credit score. Loans start at $1,000 and go up to $50,000. Join the club of over 1.8 million customers who have turned to Upstart for a personal loan. Your financial freedom begins at upstart.com.
The best feeling iron I've ever hit. Introducing the new Gen 7 iron, the greatest leap forward in irons technology, in performance, in PXG history. Our new quantum core material explodes off the face. Are you kidding me? The Gen 7 irons deliver groundbreaking new levels of forgiveness, speed, distance, and feel. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look at that trajectory. Just phenomenal. Gen 7, it doesn't get any better.
PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
ED has affected my confidence. My wife, Sherry, says it doesn't matter, but it matters to me. I found Hims. The app is easy. It's on my phone. I can order anytime I want. Hims has been the difference in my confidence.
It was better for both of us.
Get treatment for ED with doctor-trusted medication. Get started today at hims.com.
Join the million-plus fans who have made game days more entertaining by playing along on Underdog. Basketball fans from all over the United States have won over $1 billion. Underdog Fantasy, calling all dogs.
Logan O'Hoppy's Players Weekend gear will be a nod to some of the kids he met at Miller Children's and Women's Hospital, a hospital visit earlier this week. He and Hunter Strickland paying a visit to the hospital. You see the chest protector there, the kids signing it, writing their names on it, drawing some pictures on the inside, the outside, on the shoulders. He's got every piece of it covered. And Logan will be wearing it throughout the course of the weekend. Very special. He said it was a collaborative idea, but we know these causes mean a lot to him, so he'll be wearing it. You see the drawings on the front of it there. He was showing us all of the writing on it in the clubhouse the other day. He does remember Players Weekend back when he was in the minors 4 seasons ago when it was still a thing, so he said it's pretty special to have an opportunity to bring light to a lot of things we care about.
Man, that is great. That is so cool. Logan O'Hoppy is just, he gets it, how important he is, not only to the team, but the community, and how he can make a difference in so many people's lives. Dealing with what he's had to deal with on a personal level, knowing how much of a smile he can put on people's faces.
Yeah, and for those kids, hopefully, get a chance to watch tonight as Soriano hits Olsen right there and start this second inning. I'm checking with George Springer, and yeah, he agrees.
That's a tough one there, too. That's a splitter right in that front foot after getting ahead 0-2.
But for those kids that signed that chest protector, and they could see their name there for, you know, on that for Logan O'Hoppy representing, that's beyond baseball. Tomorrow, actually, for Players Weekend, it's charity and community initiatives off the field. Sunday, the players can focus on the people that have helped them the most. Good spot right there to Sean Murphy, not called.
That's a pretty good pitch. I mean, when you look at the last 3 batters in the lineup, well, you can throw Riley in there too. They look like they were an NFL team. Azuna, Olsen, Murphy.
Well, football season's kicking off, literally, with the new kickoff. That'll take some getting used to.
Soriano with 15 double plays turned behind him. If you get one on the ground, you get one here against Murphy.
Odds are he will. 2-1. Murphy, the former A, 7 homers, 15 ribbies. Highest ground ball rate in this baseball this year. Jose Soriano just under 60%, just below Framber Valdez.
Gives you a chance to get some quick outs and a couple outs with 1 pitch.
No swing. Checking with John Lipka. Got a full count.
Pretty good movement again on that sinker. Pretty close to a swing.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
definitely a swing.
100%. lost him. That's a walk, first and second. Nobody out here in the second. Hopefully that doesn't get to Soriano. He knows he got him. Doesn't get the call from first base umpire, unfortunately. Brings up Orlando Arcia, the shortstop for the Braves.
Some decent power himself. He's got 30 extra base hits with 11 home runs and 19 doubles.
It's 629 OPS. Has not been getting it done. There's a ground ball. Neto going to go the short way and get the out at third. Gets the force, and there's one away.
Now you're looking at home, you're thinking, why does he try to turn a double play? I think it was more of the handle of the baseball on it. That way he didn't feel comfortable enough to be able to flip it back towards second in a longer throw. I didn't think maybe he could get a double play out of it. Instead, he gets the guy at third base.
It's quick thinking from Neto. That's the right play in that situation. Keep that double play live right now. Hopefully Kelnick does run extremely well. Kelnick has been a tough year offensively with Harris injured. He played a lot of center field, playing left here today. This year the Braves have not hit a lot of ground balls. In fact, in the month of August they lead the majors in runs, the percentage of runs via the home run. 66 runs scored on 26 home runs.
Already a couple ground ball outs today.
Chop foul. And it's 1-1.
Kelnick has a pretty solid season offensively for the Braves. We've seen a lot of talent, but an inconsistency with his swing. So far with Atlanta, pretty good offensive numbers. 13 home runs and 17 doubles.
A lot of hype. He was 6 overall for the Mets. Sent to Seattle. Now here in Atlanta. Back to what Matt Theis was talking about Soriano, what he's noticed about him. Once he figures out how to attack hitters, similar to a Scherzer and a Verlander, when he has that approach of what he wants to do, he's going to be unstoppable.
And right now, Patrick, he's starting that sinker on the corner, and it's very difficult to get a hitter to swing at it, but it's impossible to get a call on that one from an umpire. He's got to trust starting it towards the middle and trust movement, and then he get a swing and or a strike call.
Spike that one. Hoppy keeps it in front, but wild pitch advances both Murray and Arcia now second and third in scoring position.
It's the 7th wild pitch this season for Soriano. There's a sinker, just overthrow it.
So after a really good first inning, 2 strikeouts and a ground ball out, hit batter, a walk, ground ball out, force, and now wild pitch, second and third, and 3-1 count here to Kelnick.
The infield halfway in with Murphy at third base.
There you go. Yes, he did. Full count. This time, James Hoyt, third base. Umpire said yes.
Oh, no question. Especially when you're trying to catch up with that power sinker, you're going to get that bat head out quicker.
The 3-2 swing and a miss. He got him.
99-mile-an-hour sinker because of that pitch, and he got the check swing on it. He got him to expand his zone. He got a strikeout, a big strikeout. Not in the zone, middle part of the plate. You can get a swing there. If you start off the corner, it's tough. Power sinker, 99.
Well, here he is, Ramon Laureano. Angels have seen a lot of him. Now he is with the Atlanta Braves. Started the year with Cleveland. Knuckle curve inside, misses.
Feels like everywhere he goes, or somehow he's facing the Angels, no matter where he goes to.
All those years of the Oakland A's. Same with Matt Olson and Murphy. Doing damage against the Halos. Straight knuckle curve.
Sometimes when you throw that knuckle curve, you know, when the one you want to throw for a strike, it's a lot of the plate. That was
a lot
of the plate.
Yeah. 2-1.
Feels like if you're a catcher, you're catching Soriano, you got to get a good night's sleep. I'll tell you what, there's some movement there. No, Hoppy's got to move all around with that sink on the fastball, knuckle curve, splitter, slider.
With the runner 90 feet away, important to keep that ball in front. Right there. 3-1. And first base open. Whit Merrifield on deck.
He's a tough batter on deck, really, even though his numbers have gone down the last few seasons. He's a contact guy. He's got a good idea of the strike zone also. Got to go right after a good pitch right here if you're Soriano.
It's a warm night here in Anaheim for sure. It's baking today, about 100 when we pulled up in the afternoon. Full count on that 100-mile-per-hour fastball. And a chance to get out of it. A decent crowd here Friday night. Kickoff this weekend set against the Bravos. Soriano's 3-2. Little chopper ground ball coming in. Rendon, he's got it. Throws across. Oh, wide. He got him at first.
We're going to look at it. I know that. Did he keep his toe on the bag? Definitely beat him to throw. Like Tom Goodwin, the first base coach, is wondering, and they're going to check it, see if he kept it on there.
Big stretch from Shawnuel.
Looks like they're not going to question it. What a stretch by Schwellenbach. He did some yoga work on his off day.
He might need to stretch a bit more in between innings. What a play.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper for me is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
This is the moment for Nico Cavadas, the moment he's dreamed of his entire life, making his big league debut right here. DHing for the Angels. First pitch, swinging out to left field. Wasn't wasting any time. He flies out.
And our Hyundai key for the game today, going a little Great White. The Angel song, putting it all together, an entire effort by the Angel Club here to be able to beat the Atlanta Braves here today. Jack Russell passed away just recently, lead singer for Great White, the Angel song.
What a great voice. That was the first ball hit out of the infield, by the way, so far tonight. Logan O'Hoppe, 0 for 28 right here.
He's got to put it all together. The defense, we've seen some plays already on the pitching side, but also get the offense going.
He's behind 0-2. Schwellenbach, the rookie, 13th start of the season. He's absolutely locked in. University of Nebraska just missed Ersty. His first year was 2019. It was when Darren Erstad resigned at the University of Nebraska. Was a two-way player, shortstop for about 40-plus games. Tremendous athlete in college.
That's a good take on a slider.
Whose numbers since July 1st? 5 quality starts, the ERA, the WHIP, opponent average, and he's just getting it done in all aspects. 2-2.
That's a good hack right there. His zone 98. Again, he throws a lot of other pitches, but he's still firm with his fastball. You see a cutter here.
Good take, full count here. 3-2 to Ohapi. No score, bottom of the second.
It's good to see Ohapi seeing a number of pitches, even though he's aggressive on the first pitch.
And he got him. Breaking ball. And there's 2 out.
Take a look at the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The pitch arsenal for Schwellenbach, how many pitches he will throw. 27% four-seamer, slider at 20, cutter at 16, splitter 16, curveball at 11, and a sinker at 10%. So there's a variety of different pitches he will throw. Gets a strikeout with a curveball there after throwing some nasty sliders to Ohapi.
But all those pitches, he still throws strikes. He throws 70% strikes.
It's not easy. Usually when you think about when you're a starting pitcher, going out there, if you have 5 pitches, usually you hope to have 3 of them working. He's got all 5 of them working now.
And ahead of Rendon here, 0-2.
So you got to battle your way on. When you get an opportunity to square up the baseball, you got to be prepared to do some damage. Has given up 9 home runs in a little over 70 innings pitched, so you got to jump on that mistake.
Is there something to just getting a little bit of rest? Soriano had to battle a little bit there and not to have a quick half inning.
Yeah, you would love to be able to see that. That's what I always would say. This, you know, even a long at bat. Ohapi had a long at bat, so that helps out a little.
And this will help as well as foul ball into the seats.
Cavada had that quick 1 pitch at bat.
So far for Schwellenbach, first pitch strike to all 6 hitters. Rolls, throws behind him, and he catches Rendon on the arm, right arm. Unhappy about it. He's going to go down to first base.
The couple of splitters he has thrown so far in this game, it got and run like that. And we went to a lefty there earlier against Shawnawell, but then here he runs it in almost the exact spot and it gets Rendon. So that's the 1 pitch we've seen so far he hasn't been real comfortable with yet.
Throws it behind him and catches his back arm. Don't really have a lot of protection back there. Rendon looks to be okay. Bring up Mickey Moniak. Moniak playing right field here tonight. Hitting 223 with 8 homers and 35 runs driven in.
Lefty's a little better against Schwellenbach so far this year. 255 with 5 home runs. Righties is 208 with 4 home runs.
Cool to see Ron Washington reminisce after 7 years as a 3rd base coach with the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, how many of the players, the coaching staff, all this couldn't wait to have a conversation with Wash and EY Sr.
Kevin Pillar was a Brave last year, and he said, yeah, Atlanta got rid of all their baggage from last year, me included. EY, Wash. Pillar said it is a tight group. You had a chance to visit with him. Well, that is hammered to the gap. Coming over on his speed from Michael Harris II. How did he get to that?
Kyle Tucker is doing it at the major league level.
Yeah. Seems like every game we're impressed by him a little bit more.
Deep to right field, it's gone! King Tuck!
Talk about his defense, which is elite.
He leads, and he caught it!
Tuck out there protecting the kingdom.
Kyle Tucker has been the man. Bat flips for days. Watch this one. Hey, boys, this is what I do.
All hail King Tuck!
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Head to the Big A Friday, August 30th. When the Mariners come to town, first 25,000 fans will receive a short sleeve hooded shirt or hoodie, courtesy of Foundation Building Materials. Visit angels.com/promotions for more.
And often modeled by Barry Enright.
You're exactly right. He does the short sleeve hoodie all the time. Great call. Here's Whit Merrifield. There's Barry. Oh, he's got the sleeves cut off on that.
Well, he had that off day to work out. I know he played golf yesterday, by the way.
100% with
Ryan Goins. And Ryan Goins shot a 67. He goes, and I still lost to Barry Enright. He shot a 65.
There's no way. There is no way that they both shot under 7.
Yeah, I mean, that would be about 9 holes for me. That would be, you know, no chance. 65 at 67?
Really the short game is working.
That ain't right.
No,
that ain't right.
It absolutely isn't. I want more details. 2-0. Oh, that is inside. Good pitch and a better take by Merrifield.
Yeah, he's always been pretty patient at the plate.
Long time KC Royal. Think he did enough to join you in that Royals Hall of Fame? Oh, upstairs, 4-pitch leadoff walk.
That's been a tough one too, especially with his speed. He's got 14 stolen bases this season, although it's difficult to steal against Soriano. He's only allowed 2, and 2 have been caught. Well, that was a tough inning, last half inning. Starting off this almost exact same thing, although he did hit Matt Olson before a walk. Now at the top of the order here, Harris made an unbelievable play in right center against Moniak.
It was a great catch, great speed. He's kind of trailing his direction to make the catch a little bit easier.
That's a good decision. Earl Hoppy going out there right now. Same thing with Ron Washington's coming out.
Hopefully they figure it out. We check in with Hyundai.
Add more joy to your journey. Hurry in to the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get in and get away now.
Not only Hoppy, Gooby, but Ron Washington's coming out.
I think it's going right back to, he's going to say what we were talking about. Just trust the movement of the fastball. Don't try to throw it on a corner. Throw it to the middle of the plate. If it stays true, yes, it will be hit. But there's so much movement on it, you have a chance to get a swing and or a strike call when it starts in the middle of the plate and moves away from that middle.
So on the misses, what do you notice?
Well, he's trying to be too fine on the corners. And with that movement, you're not going to get hitters that go after it. And you're certainly not going to get any borderline calls your way.
He's lost his feel and location. 14 out of the strike zone out of his last 20 pitches thrown. 1-0 to Michael Harris. I mentioned the grand slam he hit up in San Francisco. Braves took 3 of 4 over the Giants. It went into the bay. You know, they get that one guy in the kayak, right? Gets all of them. Yeah. And Harris wanted the grand slam ball. I heard this from on the radio today. C.J. Nikowski's on the Braves call said that guy said, yeah, I'll give it back to you as long as the Giants offer me a full-time job. And they were like, okay, there's the door. Get back in your kayak, paddle out of here. It's not even authenticated, these baseballs. So anyway, still a grand slam for Harris and no job for the kayak guy.
I was watching Merrifield there moving his feet, and Soriano saw that and made a quick throw over to first base. He's not picked off anyone yet in his career, but he is super quick to the plate and throws 99.
Into the Braves dugout. Look out. Counts 2-2. Soriano really had to work in the second to get out of the jam. Second and third, just 1 out. Great job by Nolan Shonowell to somehow keep his foot on the first base bag. Tippy toe. Get out of the inning. More work to do here in the third.
Oh, yeah, stuck in the netting or got through the netting in their dugout. It was Max Fried, SoCal native, went to Harvard Westlake High School. Along with Giolito, who was an Angel last year, now a Red Sox as he's rehabbing from Tommy John surgery.
Harris stays alive. Tomorrow, it's going to be Chris Sale on the bump for Atlanta. Charlie Morton on Sunday. Griffin Canning will go opposite Chris Sale. Has to be the front runner for the Cy Young in the National League. Dylan Cease, close second right now. Won't give the award in August, I know, but man. It's a little ground ball. Schwellenbach, he's going to go to second. Neto back to first. Soriano covering. Is he there? He is.
Wow, what a play that was. That's a good firm throw back to the pitcher for Zach Neto. Nice job by Soriano getting to the bag. Good feed by Schwellenbach. Toughest double play in the game is a 3-6-1. And you know you have to throw it hard with Harris going down the line. Good quick throw. And a nice throw back to Soriano for a double play ball. 16th double play turn behind him. And another out on the ground here today for Soriano against a team that doesn't hit many ground balls.
Harris gets down the line. The key for the pitcher is you got to bust it to the bag, and you got to get your find the bag first, and then find the throw.
So often you'll see pitchers already stretching to get the throw. You get to the bag first, and then you go stretch out to make the play. If you get caught into stretch too early, then you don't have any flexibility to go right to left on it.
PFP paying off for Soriano and the Angels. As Austin Riley falls behind 0-2.
It's big there, especially when you got Merrifield on first base with his speed after a leadoff walk, but you erase that with a double play ball.
Schwellenbach was able to come forward, had a perfect throwing lane to Neto, and then executed to perfection. And he gets a punch out to get out of it. Nice work.
School of Wash again.
Exactly.
Performance.
He is locked in.
Passion.
There's nobody more important than him.
Teamwork.
Working together is key.
Get inside the game with MLB Tonight.
Blanco does it. Throws a no-hitter.
Bringing you breakdowns, highlights, and live look-ins to the big moments as they happen.
But that was the MVP of the game right there.
MLB Tonight. Inside the game all season long.
Boom! How fun is this show?
Only on MLB Network. Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I play trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You got to go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
It's Ducks Night at the Big A, Friday, September 13th. Join us for fun-themed in-game entertainment, a special co-branded Angels and Ducks hat giveaway for the first 25,000 fans in attendance. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info on Ducks Night. Duck season. Get Elmer Fudd in here and just blow this guy away, please. Joe Adell is at the plate, takes a strike. Spencer Schwellenbach. I counted the letters by the 13 letters in the last name. That's one less than Saltalamacchia, which I believe is right up there for the record.
He was on the Braves for a bit.
That's right.
Along with Texas and a few clubs, Boston.
We'll see Kahanowitz on Sunday. I think that's 11. So just too shy of Schwellenbach. And counts 1 and 2 to Adell.
High percentage of sliders thrown on a 1-2 count to a righty.
seeing for Adele tremendous improvement defensively. Everybody's seen it, and that was a big question mark. And now he's learning how to figure out all these pitchers in the show. Just gets a piece.
Nice job of fouling that slider off.
It's so hard to hit a baseball.
Yep.
He's showing, improvement at the plate. Change that leg kick. Are you liking the improvement and development of Joe?
Yeah, and you can see that how much plate coverage he has that way. Another slider, though.
Tough.
Let's get some really good spin on this slider, too. This kid is impressive.
It's a late break to that slider.
And these are two really, really good young pitchers going out of here tonight. I mean, he's got that powerful lower part of his body. He drives towards the plate. You see how he drives off that back leg towards the plate. Pretty compact delivery.
Stefanik quickly behind 0-2.
Back-to-back 98.
Second round pick by the Braves 2021 was Spencer. Missed 2022 Tommy John surgery. Former Big Ten Player of the Year. And John Olerud two-way Player of the Year in 2021 as a Husker. Michigan.
He's a good contact here for Stefanik. Not easy to have contact against this youngster today.
Well, that's all over the strike zone and back-to-back strikeouts. And that's number 4 for Schwellenbach.
He's averaging over a strikeout per innings pitch, so they don't cue what he's done so far. Now, second time through, but you've seen what he throws. See what kind of adjustments the hitters will make against him.
Ryan Jeffers was using that pencil bat, hit a home run with it earlier today. Does Taylor Ward have one in him? With that number 2 pencil at the dish. High strikeout percentage versus righties. Cease, Skeens, and Schwellenbach.
Yeah, when he gets the 2 strikes, that's a devastating slider he'll throw to righties. And he paints that outside corner with his fastball, so that makes his slider that starts on that corner and breaks off that much more effective.
Well, that is hammered out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Taylor Ward gets the Angels' first hit of the game off Schwellenbach.
First hit of the game, period, so far against these 2 young, very good pitchers.
Nice piece of hitting. Using the number 1 pencil this time, right off the eraser.
Soften it into the outfield. This 81 miles per hour exit velocity, so it did hit that eraser. Just a nice little spot out in the outfield.
Brings up Zach Neto, 2 down. Taylor Ward at first. Before that swing and a miss, 9 whiffs on 4 different pitches for Schwellenbach. 4-seamer, slider, driven the cutter. Great August so far for Neto. And the breaking ball. 0-2.
So a lot of strikes so far in this game, too. Economical so far with 45 of 31 strikes. Got some room on that right side of the infield. Just try to punch it that way, especially with 2 strikes.
Great job by Brian Snitker and the Braves coaching staff. This Atlanta team, despite the injuries to Acuna Jr., Spencer Strider. And you got this Spencer on the bump. Schwellenbach, Chris Sale, Charlie Morton. You mentioned Freed, Zuna. I mean, if they get in and they're a wild card and they're playing this 3-game series, and you throw guys like this, Sale on the bump,
they'll get their heart and soul. Ozzie Albies back before too long. Their second baseman.
1-2. That's a nice take. Runners on base for Neto. He has been clutch in the month of August. 5 extra base hits. Oh, little tapper. Third baseman Riley charging. And he gets him at first. The single stranded.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper for me is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people.
Stand up to cancer.
Together.
Together. Together.
Together.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
All right, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam courtesy of Nolan Shonowell's defense.
I mean, this is a great stretch and a high throw, wide throw from Anthony Rendon. It's able to keep that toe connected with the base and then turns a great 3-6-1. The perfect feed allows Neto to clear that throw over to first base to Soriano to complete that tough double play turn.
Oh, first pitch, he gets Ozuna to pop up to right. Who wants it? Oh, it drops in no man's land. Ozuna catches a break. Long run for Stefanik, and Moniak, who hasn't been playing a ton of right. Got a late break.
I mean, you can see where Stefanik is at. He's rated second base. I think at the last second, Moniak's going to be able to slide in there and potentially catch that ball, but because Stefanik went into that slide mode, there's no way he can go after it. You see, he looked up quickly to see where Stefanik was at. He had to cover a lot of ground.
I don't know who called for it. Michael was dead set in getting there. And yeah, once Moniak glanced over, he wasn't going to collide with him. So for the third straight inning, Soriano has to deal with the leadoff guy at first base. Hit batter in the second, leadoff walk in the third, and that's seeing eye wedge shot from Ozuna.
Always dangerous, Matt Olson. See that bat out over the plate so often and so quick inside on pitches. He himself with 46 extra base hits.
54 home runs last year, 139 RBI.
So that almost
looked like a pitch out.
Yeah, but it was a splitter though.
Huh.
He's even throw that.
Olson with 8 homers over his last 19 games, and he's crushed the Angels in his career. 23 home runs against the Halos. And one thing that Soriano does, keeps the ball in the yard. Lowest slugging percentage allowed Angel starters since 1979. It's a pretty cool list.
And you look at, especially at the top of that list there with Garrett Richards. He's another guy that had that incredible movement on his fastball, his sinker.
Candyman, John Candelario.
He was nasty too. That arm angle he threw at.
So back into the count. A lot of deep counts for Soriano. 6 or more pitches to 12 batters faced.
I still feel like that was odd to see if this was a pitch out early in this at bat with Ozuna at first base. And that little sinker down. It was only 88 miles an hour, and even that, usually his splitter is 92, 93. It was odd.
Was odd. Ozuna not a threat to be stealing any bags. 0 on the season. That's a walk, 1st and 2nd. Let's take a look at the one that appeared to be a pitch out. And
you see him, he's out of his crouch position for a pitch out. And, you know, that's one of the, you know, he ended up with a walk here too. But that was odd.
So Sean Murphy, the batter, 2 on and nobody out.
You have a guy that's already, now it's his 3rd walk, and he's hit a batter too, so you don't want to give away that extra strike potentially.
Knuckle curve misses. Walk Murphy back in the 2nd. Managed to get out of that jam. Key double play behind him in the 3rd. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind. Murph 2-0.
So 39 sinkers, only 21 of them have been strikes. Challenging with a 4-seamer right there. So far as 4-seamer's been better 7 times. He's doing a 4-seamer, 5 of them been strikes. That's not his best fastball though, the 4-seamer.
Well, that is ripped to left field. That gets down. Ozuna, he's going to be set. He's going to score. Olsen going into 3rd. And right there, Murphy delivers an RBI single, and the Braves take the lead 1-0.
Knuckle curves down the heart of the plate after a fastball was at the heart of the plate, and Murphy did a nice job of staying back on that one. His hands were in perfect position to catch that curveball in that arc where he could line it.
Still nobody out. 1st and 3rd. Lando Arcia rounded into a force out his 1st time up. That sinker in there. When you're on the bump and your best pitch, your quality out pitch isn't necessarily working for it, it could be a tough night.
But you also still, you don't go away from it, because you know at some point you can get 2 outs with it, or you can get it back into control.
Just like that with a split. 0-2. So Roansy Contreras is up a bit early.
It's because every one of these innings, really, outside of the 1st inning, has been a battle.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean, you know, you're looking at 6 to 7 pitches, but all of them have been very, very difficult. For a guy already with a career high as far as innings pitched.
0-2.
Good scoop there on that one.
In all seriousness, Scooby, as we take another look at Hoppy preventing a run, I think the Angels, they need to take that into account with Jose Soriano being a future #1 starter for them. Like, how many innings, how many more starts, how deep do you want him to get into games here as we approach mid-August and September?
I think, and Ron Washington said it best today, really it's the stuff. You can see what the stuff looks like depending on how far you push him the rest of the season. Because we've seen enough where, you know, innings pitched, pitches in a game. If you're a power arm, it doesn't seem to really reflect on if you're going to 100% be able to stay back out there. So they're going to determine how well he's throwing the baseball and to be able to keep him in line as much as possible as far as keep throwing and building that arm strength.
Well, he gets Arcia to chase. A nice pitch strikes him out. It's the 1st out of the 4th.
So Kelenic struck out his 1st at bat, so you can almost guarantee he's up there thinking, all right, I'm going to be aggressive on the 1st pitch to see if I get something in the air. You see how many pitches and how much of a battle it's been on a warm night for Soriano. He punched him out the 1st at bat. He's going to be aggressive here.
Olsen at 3rd and Murphy at 1st. Murphy delivered that RBI single to score Ozuna. And that single by Ozuna just falls in there. That was costly.
And the thing is, as a hitter, when you're facing a sinker ball, because I remember as well, usually the thought process as a hitter, if it starts in the knees, I'm not going after it. That's the only chance I can get a baseball in the air. So you track that baseball. If it's at the knees starting, chances are it's not going to stay there. It's like facing a guy with a nasty splitter. Same thought process. So Kelnick's trying to draw him up, whether it's a 4-seamer or a 2-seamer, up in the zone so he can hit it in the air.
Oh, gets the call there. Looked to be off the plate. It's 2-1. Warm night. Tough battle here for Soriano against this Braves lineup. He's had to work. And he falls behind. It's 3-1. He's had 2 August starts. He's gone 6. 2 no decisions. ERA sub-1. He was very effective in those 2 road starts, but struggling here tonight with his command.
I'd be surprised if he ends up walking in here, that would be it for him. Even though it's a 74 pitches, so it'll be 75 here.
A full count. Still work to be done here with Kelnick.
The only thing you think of is Ron Washington in, right? His stuff is so good that he's 1 pitch away from getting through an inning, though. That's the thing. It's so difficult. And you see them having that conversation right there. Just about that.
Oh, little chopper. Rendon comes in, and he's unable to make the play. Everybody's safe. Another run comes in. 2-0 Atlanta. His only play was going to be at first base if he fields it cleanly. He doesn't. Imagine that might be scored an infield single, perhaps.
Yeah, there's no play at the plate on that one. So you're just trying to make that play at first base. It's going to be an infield hit.
Infield hit, RBI for Kelnick. And that's going to do it for Jose Soriano, we think. He's coming out, slow walk. 76 pitches. Tough few innings for Soriano. Move is going to be made, so Contreras is going to come in. A pitching change. Atlanta with 2 here in the 4th.
This is what you've been waiting for, folks. This is Gunnar Henderson.
American League Rookie of the Year.
What a superstar rookie season he had.
What can this guy do?
One of the best all-around players.
You better be really good at what you do if you're going to be called Gunnar.
Out of here! Gunnar Henderson's season is in full effect.
Gunnar Henderson's my shortstop. This dude, absolute animal.
Show him who you are, kid. Show him who you are.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Baseball on Valley Sports is brought to you by Hyundai. Get away with a great deal only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today. By Jack in the Box, Mini Chimmy Bang Bangs. Yes, Mini Chimmy Bang Bangs. And by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. You know, tough luck there, Gooby, for Soriano. That first pitch on a beautiful night at the PK.
Yeah, it's like a painting the sky.
Incredible. Roansy Contreras has been really, really good this year for the Angels out of the bullpen.
And a lot of those innings of late has been late leverage, high leverage innings. But Ron Washington's thinking that's the high leverage spot right here. Even though it's the 4th inning, you got to keep this game close. Schwellenbach is throwing the baseball for Atlanta.
Here he is, the Angel Killer, Ramon Laureano with 2 on and 1 out. And really, that ball, that's a play that should be made. I know everybody, Wash will tell you, Moniak will tell you that ball's got to be caught off the bat of Ozuna. Rendon probably tell you he's got to make that play. In the end, Soriano has to leave this game. He did have to work. That's a high pop-up by Laureano.
Oh, right into the painting of the sky.
Sure is. Infield fly, and this time Moniak comes in. Crowd seems to appreciate that catch, and there's 2 outs. Good communication.
Yeah, definitely on that one. Especially, it's a much easier play for an outfielder coming in on the baseball than it is for an infielder going back on the ball.
The outfielders have cards for every batter, for every pitcher. Every single pitcher out of the bullpens. You got a beach ball loose in right field behind Moniak. So they look at the card, and Moniak told me sometimes with the help of EY Senior, they use a little feel, a little old school feel. If it's Ben Joyce throwing 104, then they might cheat over a little bit. But it's really down to a computer science where these guys play. With Merrifield, the batter, 2 on, 2 out, 2-0 Atlanta.
It really just gives you an option to be, have an idea what the hitter is going to hit, and it gives you a better chance to get a good jump on the ball with all this information you have now as a fielder, which is great.
And you've seen Bussey. He hands out these cards like playing cards, basically. And a lot of information. And with Contreras in the game, it's specific to him. What he throws for every single batter in the Braves lineup. It's really specific, intricate.
Especially knowing the pitch he might throw in the counts, where to get a good jump, where to move over just a little bit. That's a pretty good pitch. Right on the outside corner.
The veteran Merrifield gets the benefit.
It's right on the corner. That's a 3rd strike.
1-2 fouled away.
Especially it's tough because Merrifield makes contact generally, and he hits a lot of baseballs the other way. He's been a doubles really machine throughout his career.
Over 30 pitches thrown this inning. Contreras, the 1-2.
You can see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to line that ball the other way. Elevated pitches against him, play right into his swing.
What a run for Merrifield from 17 to 23. Second in hits. Only to Freddie Freeman. And a ground ball. This time Rendon has it. And he just jogs over the 3rd and the inning. Atlanta strikes for 2.
If you ask your family what they want for dinner and you get 4 different answers, this one's for you. With Home Chef's family menu, eating dinner together just got easier, thanks to family-sized oven-ready recipes that make dinnertime stress a thing of the past. Our fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and easy prep recipes save you time and money. The oven-ready tin means no pots or pans, so you can breeze past after-dinner cleanup. Home Chef's family menu, solving family dinner, one meal at a time. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Those look good. We've got to get you some.
Oh, we don't need to get one.
No, today.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, baby. Your boots have holes in them.
All right.
They look so good.
Ooh, that's a lovely view.
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
No matter how many times you cross that bridge, the feeling's still the same. Never quiet, but calm and best shared. Peter Millar.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
take a look at our Frontier play sense. When you think of left-handed batters, you always think of left-handed batters preferring the pitches down, but 55 of the 75 strikeouts are on low pitches against Nolan Schwellenbach, while his fastball, breaking balls. But when you think about his power, 11 of his 12 home runs have been middle or higher. Take a look at our StatCast, really exactly where these pitches are. The swing and misses below the zone, but where the power has been, it's been middle up. Not your typical left-handed swing, but he gets through that baseball more consistently on the pitches upstairs. And with a lot of power on it.
It seems like on some of those strikeouts looking, they're strikes. He's not recognizing them as strikes.
Yeah, he has such a great idea of the strike zone, Patrick. But so he thinks they're out of the zone, but the majority of it have been strikes against him.
Yeah, I wonder why he's not picking that up. That low pitch, that is a strike. I mean, I'm sure he will make adjustments. They all do.
But overall, when you think about his power, he's turned on the power this year with 24 extra base hits, with 12 doubles and 12 home runs and 12 doubles so far this year.
Considering he made his MLB debut less than a year ago, August 18th of last year. And I'm critiquing the fact that he's not recognizing.
Again, that was another pitcher was downstairs. And Schwellenbach has done unbelievable as far as first pitch strikes. 11 of the 12 batters he has faced.
So is this the first time in history we've had a pitcher face a batter and the first three letters are SCH?
You're going to put some people in some stress right now, Patio.
Going the opposite way, tailing away, and that is going to get down. And Shonowell's looking for two. The throw is he's safe, not in time. Close play at second.
Tell you what, Kelnick's got a great throwing arm. He's already got 3 outfield assists this season, and he did a good job of cutting that baseball off. Bang, bang play.
The throw beat him. Did he do a swim move to beat that throw?
Well, we were talking about the different moves he has on the base pass. He's able to get around that tag, and he still stayed connected, especially with his leg. As Merrifield, you see him trying to reach out, gets that hand on the bag and stays connected.
Well, Atlanta was looking to possibly challenge, but especially if he comes off the bag.
Another double, 13 doubles on the season now, 25 extra base hits.
A chance right now for Nico Cavadas in his second at bat. He swung at the first one, making his MLB debut. Second Angel player ever to make his MLB debut is that cleanup hitter. Tim Salmon did it in 1992. A lot of power. Also a strikeout and a walk, so you get the 3 true outcomes. He's a first baseman or a DH. Most likely DH is going to be his spot. University of Notre Dame, we're not going to hold that against him, right?
Oh, we'll root for him on that one.
Didn't know he was a Notre Dame fan.
Oh, forever.
It's 1 and 2. Went to Penn High School, by the way. Class of 2017, won a state championship in 2015.
Very important to make some contact here at the very least to the right side.
Check. And he strikes out. So Logan O'Hoppe coming up. Let's take a look at our Kia player profile. Look at hard hit rate for catchers in the big leagues. And you got Cal Raleigh, William Contreras, and Logan O'Hoppe right there, top 3. And he is looking to hit the baseball hard. Slump right now, 0 for 29.
A lot of good arms in the outfield here for Atlanta. Saw that throw by Kelnick in left. Harris and Soriano. We've seen that arm enough.
Another runner in scoring position for the Angels, which has been the issue in that series against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Been down in D.C.
Center field hit well. Crowd thinks it's gone. So does Logan O'Hoppe. And he breaks out of his slump with a 2-run home run to tie up this game.
That curveball was Logan O'Hammer to tie it up just like that. 17th bomb for O'Hoppe. That'll make you feel good. The kids are all right there. Double and a dinger.
What a relief for O'Hoppe. You see it in his face, in his body language.
Hands on the hips. He goes, okay, yes, I'll take that halo on the helmet.
What a moment. What a great feeling for him. You can forget about it. That slump is over.
104.5 off the bat on a curveball. Stayed on. That's the swing you want. Let it travel.
Two-run home run spells relief for the Angels catcher. We have a pinch hitter now for Anthony Rendon is Brandon Drury. Rendon was hit by that pitch in his first at bat in the second. Hit his right arm, and he's been removed from the game for Brandon Drury.
What a swing for O'Hoppe, though. Still hasn't even taken off the helmet yet. Oh, there it is. Still relishing that swing to get him going again. Right center with a blast.
For a hitter that's in a skid, in a slump, and they get that hit. When you're in that dugout, you can sense it.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed on that baseball longer. To hit a curveball that far, that's impressive, going 407, but 104.5 off the bat, exit velocity.
So the Angels get to Schwellenbach, tie this up here in the bottom of the fourth.
Some action here in the fourth inning.
Catcher Sean Murphy perhaps having an issue with the pitch comm device or his glove, looks like. Erica Weston is standing by for a little bit more on Logan O'Hoppe.
Anything to get out of the slump, right?
Yeah.
0 for 28 heading into this one tonight. So Logan said this morning, his morning coffee, he had black coffee for the very first time. Now, I'm not entirely sure what he used to take with his coffee. Black coffee today. He said whatever it takes, right? So maybe the caffeine was the key here in this one today.
Yeah, it definitely helped. I mean, hit a ball that far the other way. It just showed that, you know, as far as the graphics, as far as hard hit rate.
And Drury out to right field, and that one gets down and gets to the wall. Drury going into second base, and he's going to be in there with a slide and a double.
3 extra base hits in this inning for the Halos. By the way, that home run with a runner in scoring position, which is good to see. And now another runner in scoring position for the Halos. It's good to see him able to hit. That's a slider. He went the other way on there too. That ball was hit over 100 miles per hour, 102.5, an extra base hit for Brandon Drury.
And for Drury, only his 6th double of the season. I mean, today hitting 158. That one has to be a big relief for him as well. Here's Mickey Moniak. Hit a baseball hard in the second inning. He was tracked down by Harris in center field. Chance to take the lead here. 1 out. Ground ball. Merrifield has it. Drury advances to third, 2 down. And bring up Joe Adell. Struck out back in the third.
Especially with a man on third and that slider that Schwellenbach throws a lot, especially right-handed batters. It's important to be able to get over there to third, maybe be able to get that go-ahead run on a wild pitch.
We got word from Angels PR for Anthony Rendon. Had to leave this game with right elbow contusion. That hit by pitch back in the second. Angels have put 4 balls in play tonight with exit velo over 100 miles per hour. Considering the offense was shut down by Toronto, has to feel pretty good for the offense tonight.
When you look at these swings, really, other way, all 3 this inning, the other way. Shornwell, double left field. Home run right center. O'Hoppe double by Drury the other way. That tells you that they're seeing the baseball a little bit better and trusting their hands, not jumping out in front.
That is hit a mile high. Joe Adell looking at it. Get out of play. Oh, and what a catch made out there by Kelnick. Oh, yeah, he got it, but it is Logan O'Hoppe breaking out of an 0 for 29 slump, taking a curveball, dead center field, and tying up this game.
This is the history of glasses by Warby Parker. A theory of optics emerges in Egypt. Then for a while, not much happens. With glasses, at least. A millennium later, the first pair is made near the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It had just started leaning. Glasses exist now. People can see, but they're more expensive than they need to be. So we start Warby Parker. We cut out the middleman to design higher quality eyewear for an actually fair price. Shop it at home, in stores, even virtually. It's the 21st century, not medieval Italy. That's the history of glasses and the future. Come see at warbyparker.com.
I'm Livy Dunn, All-American gymnast and Viore athlete. When you travel and train as much as I do, you find happiness where you are. On the mat or on the sand, movement and comfort are essential. That's why I live in Performance Joggers by Viore. Made from DreamKnit fabric that's made of 89% recycled materials, effortlessly soft and made to move as much as I do. My happiness starts here, in the softest joggers on the planet.
I knew that something was different. I knew it, I called it, and look what I found today.
It's Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew?
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. The Holy Grail. This is the secret. If you don't know, now you know. You can get it on a subscription model, so men can get delivered every month. And for the ladies, let your man know, and you're welcome in advance.
You want to take a shot at the next level? Well, this is it. What you've been waiting for. All that work, the sweat, the sacrifice. It's not a question of can you do it, but can you do it?
That was home run number 17 of the season for Logan O'Hoppe. Obviously a career high. It's a big one for him to center field, tie up this game. And now back to business. Brandon Drury in at third base, replacing Anthony Rendon, who left the game with an elbow contusion, being hit by a pitch. And Roansy Contreras remains on the bump. He came in relief for Jose Soriano.
Yeah, did a nice job getting those two last outs, big outs, really.
Top of the Braves order here in the fifth. The Braves in a battle for that final wild card spot. They just won 3 out of 4 up in San Francisco. Prior to that, they lost the series in Colorado, losing 2 out of 3, wrapping up a 10-game road trip, which the Angels are about to go on.
Yeah. Anyway, Contreras, this is his third game in his career versus the Braves. So he's faced them before. Some of his hitter they know Contreras. Yeah, that's a long road trip coming up there. Kansas City, 4 in Toronto.
That's out to right field. Nice piece of hitting by Harrison that gets down. That's another leadoff hitter on. All right, let's take a look at one of the top prospects in the Angels organization. The number 8 overall pick in this past draft, Christian Moore, 2 for 5 tonight for the Trash Pandas of Rocket City. And it's just so awesome to see what he's able to do, because he's out there with Tennessee Volunteers. They won a national championship, by the way. Well, would you consider that like low A pitching?
Maybe even close to double A. I mean,
really?
it's so competitive, the SEC. But I mean, I just love what you're seeing when he's going the other way like that, because he's going to turn and hold baseballs a long way too. This is a really good swing. How many times he's had, multi-hit games already in his young professional career. Incredible what he's done. And he was on MLB Network too.
Yeah, that's
earlier
right.
today.
Too early for me. I missed that one. I'll catch it on the X. Those prospect rankings updated. The Angels' top 5 prospects, and Caden Dana and Christian Moore both in the top 100. George Clausen just acquired in a trade. Estevez, Nelson Rada, Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson's going to be special too. Nice scoop over there.
Matt Dice that made that play, I believe so. The cap.
Yeah, it is.
By the way, those caps, they all have those individual uniform numbers on the side of the cap. First time ever. New era. Those caps will later be able to be purchased in an auction type setting and go into the player's charity of choice.
I know Matt Dice would love me to say he's got the hands like a wide receiver for the New York Football Giants.
Hands of stone? Is that what you were going to
No, I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that.
See the 57. I was talking to Contreras before the game. I said, what are you doing for Players Weekend? He said, absolutely nothing. No, he's such a nice young man. What a pickup for the Angels, considering the job that he has done. Didn't pitch like the first week coming over for Pittsburgh for just cash. 25 years old.
See, this is the time where he throws his slider.
Harris at first. Austin Riley stays alive. So last year when Nolan Shonowell came up with 22 minor league games, and bam, he's up here in the show. For Christian Moore, there were some rumors that he might be coming up as soon as this weekend. This is like what, like maybe 12 or 13 total games in the minor leagues. Perhaps they want to see a little bit more, maybe more possibly close to what.
And he's doing better each time out there defensively. But we talked about that before, how much work he would get here with the Angels in this coaching staff and get even better at second base. I got to believe he's going right here, Harris, by the way.
In fact, he is. You're never wrong. And that is drilled by Riley to center field. But going back on it is Adele at center field. Has it. And back to first goes Harris.
And because he was going on the pitch, there's no way he can get back there and be able to tag up. I was wondering, especially Adele has got a great throwing arm, if he would have challenged him going. It wasn't as deep. It was just enough off that inside part of the plate, kind of a backup slider that got him.
So Christian Moore didn't get the call up yet, but Jack Lopez did. He's been playing very well for AAA. He played great spring training for the Angels. Had that walk-off hit the last spring training game versus the Dodgers. He's a defensive wizard. He can play short, second, third. He can play in the outfield. He prides himself on his defense. Could be a late inning defensive replacement like Guillorme was. There's Jack. Proud father of 3 that are on their way now. Kids just went back to school. They want to join their dad here in the show.
It's a tough spot now, especially against Ozuna, 2-0 count. This is when you have to be able to be comfortable enough to throw a secondary pitch.
Ozuna singled and scored back in that 4th. He's gone 5 consecutive games without an RBI. Still leads the senior circuit with 90. He's only 10 points behind Arise for the batting title coming into tonight.
I mean, he's crushing fastballs. 346, slugging 622 with 17 home runs.
Soriano. So you got these big sluggers in the middle of your lineup. Ozuna and Olsen, most homers since 2022. Judge, Schwarber, Ohtani, and Alonso.
Judge hit a home run today, his 44th.
Man. Fastest at 300, just hit another one. All right, careful with Ozuna. Can't really blame him, but it does bring up Matt Olson. Isn't having the same power numbers as he did last year. Brock Burke was just acquired by the Angels. Picked up, he'd been with the Rangers. Looks like Ron Washington is going to go to Burke, and he's going to be making his Angels debut in a big spot.
Do you spend hours maintaining your gutters? Save that time with LeafGuard's maintenance-free system. Call 1-833-2-GUTTERS. Mesh filters sit on top of your gutters, building up debris and eventually clogging. Then they need to be cleaned too. Honestly, your home should have been built with LeafGuard gutters. LeafGuard's wraparound hood deflects debris and keeps water away from your home. The one-piece seamless system is strong, 20% thicker than average, and built to last. Plus, LeafGuard is guaranteed to never clog for as long as you own your home. Right now, get a complete LeafGuard system for only $99 down, $99 a month, and $99 installation. You'll also receive a $100 Visa gift card with a free gutter inspection and in-home estimate. Damage from clogged gutters can cost you thousands. Never worry about clogged gutters again. Don't wait, you've still got time. Call 1-833-2-GUTTERS today. That's 1-833-2-GUTTERS.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world.
Hey, you're sober? You drive.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Baseball in Valley Sports is brought to you by Nissan. Save big before summer ends at the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event. And by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. For Ron Washington, it has to be real special to be managing against the Atlanta Braves, where he was the third base coach for 7 seasons, teaching some great players in this game, winning a World Series. What a great night for him.
Yeah, such a special relationship he had with so many different players. He really turned around. Austin Riley, the third baseman of the night, was a fantastic defender now. Dansby Swanson, same thing.
And even Christian Moore, who we just talked about, worked with Washington when he was 14 and can't wait to kind of get here and get with this coaching staff and go through all these Washington drills. As Brock Burke makes his Angels debut, playing off the waivers. The lefty facing Matt Olson. Wash had a chance to chat with him before he made this big moment here.
Yeah, again, he's got a good fastball, Burke. We've seen him over the years with Texas, 60% fastball use, 93, 97. Also has a good slider and changeup.
Big spot, tie game, 2 on. Top of the 5th, facing a guy that hit 54 homers a year ago. He made his big league debut against the Angels here in 2019 as a starter. Said he went 6 shutties, but the Angels came back. He said, you came back to beat us. He said, no, wait, we came back to beat. He couldn't quite figure it out. He falls behind here, 3-1.
So far in this game, Braves hitters been pretty patient. They've already worked 4 walks. Their on base percentage is .305, so they generally are pretty aggressive, though.
Full count. It's fouled away. Good hack by Olson.
A couple of fastballs in the inside part of the plate against him in the sequence so far. 193, that's at 95.
He said it felt a little weird, just kind of getting used to a new team and teammates. This would go a long way to fitting in. 3-2. Well off the plate, ball 4. Bases are loaded. For Sean Murphy.
Tell, especially after you just tie it up in that 2-run home run. And Logan O'Hoppe.
Back-to-back walks. Taylor's looking for a double play. Murphy's walked and singled, picked up an RBI. Fastball tails out of the zone.
Overthrown, you can tell a little bit, trying to make a good impression on your new team. Definitely a guy that hits the ball hard often, but if you get it in infield, you could get that double play to keep it tied at 2.
1 inside, 1 outside, 2-0. Harris, Ozuna, and Olson. And Barry Enright is going to come out in a 2-0 count. Unusual in the middle of an at-bat. Come out and have a chat.
No, I think you would just want to keep him under control here right now. This is the importance of a pitch here. Just kind of slow it down for him, let him take a deep breath.
All alone out there on the bump. Angels debut. Imagine there's got to be some butterflies. It's a big pitch right here. See if pitching coach Barry Enright had the magic word. That misses upstairs, 3-0.
I gotta believe he's going to take this pitch right here, because you're going to get the exact same one 3-0 as you'll get 3-1.
There's been 10 3-ball counts so far tonight. Spots a fastball right there, 3-1.
He has rolled into 5 double plays. For a team that doesn't hit a lot of ground balls, if he gets that ground ball in the infield, he got a shot at a double play ball.
And right
95, 96 right there.
Good spot too. Bottom of the zone. triple up on it.
Right off his foot, too.
Murphy's just walking that one off a little bit. Home plate umpire Charlie Ramos is going to buy him a little bit of time. Some more baseballs. No time for Burke to think about it. Got to think another fastball right here, partner.
Got to trust it. I mean, you're about 60-61% of your pitches are fastballs. You got to stick that same route.
Foul back.
That was right down the heart of the plate, though. Just enough on there at 96 to pop it up. Means he's a little late on it. So you got to stay with the hard stuff. That's right.
Oh, he got him looking. Went right back to the fastball. And that is a huge out for Brock Burke, picking up his first out as an Angel and a strikeout.
Good follow mechanics, follow through on his mechanics, hit that spot. So really good fastballs. And that's a tough out, but they got to get refocused right away here, first pitch. She is a pretty solid hitter himself.
Lando Garcia, first pitch swinging to center field. Joe Adell drifting over, plenty of time. Brock Burke comes in, gets out of trouble. This game remains tied at 2. Garcia frustrated.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper, for me, is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Time now for the Arco top-tier play. We're looking at some solid approaches to the plate here, Goop.
Yeah, going the other way, a double to left by Schwellenbach, a two-run home run to center, right center, and then a double to right center by Drury. Some good swings against a very, very good young pitcher on the mound. Results in a tie ball game.
Spencer Schwellenbach has only allowed that homer by O'Hoppe. 2-2 game, bottom of the 5th. Michael Stefanik, the batter.
That pitch by Brock Burke against Sean Murphy. A fastball 95 at the knees.
Great job to get out of it. A little fly ball to right field, drifting over. And unable to make the catch. There's Soriano. Looking at some scores on baseball real quick, Gooby. Houston had an 8-game winning streak, right? At home against the White Sox, they lost.
Yep.
Chicago won the game 5-4.
Well, you remember the other day, too, the White Sox beat the Yankees at home in Chicago. So
figure.
That's the beauty of baseball. When the guy's on the mound throwing the ball well, doesn't matter who you're playing.
Also in the West, Minnesota over Texas. They're scuffling.
Seattle lost again.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens.
That's right. Skeens picking up his 7th win. That's a strikeout for Schwellenbach.
That's twice looking. twice looking so far today for Stefano. Both on fastballs.
6 strikeouts for Spencer Schwellenbach. Taylor Ward is single last time up.
Two of the incredibly hot NL West teams lost today. Arizona lost.
And San Diego and the Dodgers won. That's an interesting race. And the Dodgers had pushed that lead up to 3. They picked up the game.
Big loss. Looks like Tyler Glass now is going back on the IL.
They just have a lot of pitchers that just keep getting hurt and somehow find guys that can take their place. 0-2 here to Taylor Ward. Had a chance to see Paul Skeens live, and that guy is nasty. And quick work to Taylor Ward as he strikes out on 3 pitches, back-to-back Ks. Schwellenbach will bring up Zach Neto.
He got a little angry giving up 2 runs last inning, 2 punch-outs in a row with his fastball.
Is that what goes through your guys' mind? You come out there, you're angry?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I firmly believe every pitcher should always pitch angry.
I don't know
but
about
keep
that.
it under control, but pitch angry.
Yeah.
I always said the hitter up there at the plate is not your friend. Just like the guy in the batter's box right now. That pitcher on the mound is not your friend.
Has he thrown the ball this inning? Yes, right there. 10 straight strikes until that one.
You know, Neto's got that power to give the Halos the lead. Ooh, that's a nasty sinker.
Yeah, just hope Zach's okay. Off the top of the foot.
That's the top of the foot.
Yeah.
He's got some protection there, but still, that is so quick off the bat. And most pitchers will come right back in with another sinker.
You angry lot, you. They shook it off as he go back to it. The 1-2. Oh, goes to that slider. Neto
It gave him a chance to make good contact on that one too, because it flattened out on him. You're hoping that's what he throw. Even a slider, as good as it is, you're hoping for something away. Backed up on him.
Well, that split gets Neto. He strikes out the side. That was filthy.
Corey Seager, all eyes on him. He's ready to go. He's aggressive.
Here's a dude that swings 52% of the time on first pitches.
Corey Seager smashes the ball.
The ability to be able to come together and compete every night. You know, that's what it's all about at this point for me.
Corey Seager does it again.
This guy is doing it all. He's hitting bombs all the time.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Join your Angels for every Saturday night home game and stay to enjoy post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for more details and just to make sure they're going to be ready to go.
So you're telling me there will be fireworks on Saturday Night Fireworks? Is that what you're saying, Patty?
It is. I tend to be repetitive, but yeah.
Tremendous.
That's exactly what we're saying.
And that would be tomorrow night?
That's tomorrow night. You know, Wayne will be back. Have no fear. In fact, he's here right now. Guy gets around. It could be. Yeah, Brock Burke. Good job there in that fifth in his Angels debut. Back out here for the sixth. Kelnick, Soriano, Merrifield due up in a tie game. Pretty good game so far. A great crowd.
Yes, big crowd here today.
It's fun to be with you, Goo. Here.
That's a fun one. Yeah, there's some good fastballs last inning, some good sliders here to Kelnick.
Especially after all those fastballs, going lefty-lefty slider. It's a great at-bat. Sequence fall behind Murphy and to strike him out. Bases loaded, the one out. And Marcia flew out in frustration. He slammed his helmet down.
Pretty close, a little bit above the strike zone though. I see Brock Burke. I almost see Robert Stevenson, pitcher for the Halos, who's rehabbing.
I know you had a chat with him. He's
elbow.
Next year, have him. It's kind of a big loss, but a healthy Stevenson next year.
That'd be huge for the bullpen.
Well, he lost him. A walk.
Another walk here. Another leadoff runner.
So that's 5 innings in a row. Leadoff man playing with fire.
Especially had him, you know, in a 1-2 count. Tried to make the perfect slider.
At least give him a chance to swing the bat and get himself out.
Pretty good speed over there at first base too.
6 stolen bases for Kelnick. Good slider there to Soriano.
Action down in the bullpen for the Halos. That's going to be after Strickland.
There's a ground ball. Neto over to Stefanik to first. Double play.
Hard takeout there at second too by Kelnick. Nice job of turning that one for Stefanik after a quick feed by Zach Neto. So quickly got rid of it. You see that hard slide in there. Good turn there by Stefanik.
6-4-3 easy money right there. Bring up Whit Merrifield. Just what the doctor ordered for Dr. Burke of General Hospital.
Right? That's what I always used to say. Paging Dr. Brock Burke. Good little change up there. Good action on that one, especially after the last pitch was 99. And that one at 88. That's a pretty good separation.
Talking to him earlier, as I mentioned, he usually will give you 2 innings. Came up as a starter. Gives you a little bit of length out of the pen.
There's a pretty good, I mean, if you look at numbers, offensive numbers, you can see why it is so difficult to hit. 99.
That just come in at 99.
Yes.
Where'd that one come from? Lost his balance and is 3-1. Full count. Michael Harris, the second, on deck.
We'll get over 96 mile-an-hour fastball. It'd be amazing when you think about it for Brock Burke claimed on waivers with an arm like this. Pickup.
Struggling, enough injury. ERA was up there, but he has pitched well for the Rangers. Picked up a ring. An adjustment come over late in the season. Spent your whole career, one team. And next thing you know, on a Friday night, you're thrust into a tight game against a team with
paint, a changeup,
aspirations. Wow, beautiful effort from Burke.
Superstar center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Well, I think he's one of the faces of the game.
This kid is special beyond words. Julio Rodriguez, listen, at the end of the day, guy's a superstar.
Rodriguez.
What a life. This is the man right here.
I feel like we were pretty responsible people.
Another historic chapter.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Join your Angels for the final family Sunday of the season. This Sunday, August 18th, visit the Gate 5 courtyard for fun activities and stay after for Kids Run the Bases. For a full list of family Sundays presented by Yakult Probiotic Drink, visit angels.com/promotions. These kids, what a great giveaway. The belt pack today, yes. That one, and that solid old Hoppy. City Connect jersey looking good. Also a Cowboy hat's got every Angels giveaway in his possession. So interesting in this game. Schwellenbach, pitched well, 80 pitches in his 6 innings. The Angels have thrown 130 pitches so far this game, and it's tied at 2. Shonowell leading off, 8 strikeouts for Spencer Schwellenbach.
Schwellenbach has been every bit as good, if not even better than what we heard. He's been really, really solid. 85 strikeouts now in his 13 starts. It's up there, top of the leaderboard. Atlanta Braves history in 13 starts. Second round pick 2021. He's locked in right now. The splitter's gotten a little bit better. Early in the game, he couldn't control it a whole lot. He got a strikeout with a splitter already in this game, amongst his other pitches. A variety of strikeouts with 5 different pitches. It's a 94-mile-an-hour cutter. So that still goes under the fastball family, the sinker, the four-seamer, and cutter. Still an effective pitch. Shomo got it working last time before the 2-run home run by O'Hoppe. Only draws a lead-off walk. And 5 different pitches for strikeouts tonight for Schwellenbach. Slider punches out Neto. Curveball against O'Hoppe. 4-seam fastball, painting it. Then he's throwing the sinker for a swing and miss, and then the splitter right there. Looking for Stefanik. Take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. All the strikeouts today, a number of them in the zone, 4 of them out of the zone. So that tells you how good his stuff is. Now, well, he's throwing 3 sliders, 2 4-seamers, a curveball. We mentioned the split and sinker. First walk of the game, only his 13th walk of the season in his 13th start. Ridiculous strikeout to walk ratio. And a big moment right here for the rookie Nico Cavadas. 0 for 2. Strikeout and the line out. First player from Penn High School in Mishawaka, Indiana, in the big league since Bill Edgerton with the Seattle Pilots, 1969. Bill is 83 today, so I just wanted to wish him a happy birthday. First pitch splitter. Mentioned that splitter's gotten a lot better as the game has progressed. He's got a whiff percentage of that splitter, 48.8%. We're back to the splitter again. Schwellenbach picked up the walk. It's the first walk of the game for Schwellenbach.
Cavadas in his MLB debut to make Schwellenbach pay. Oh, right there, taken for strike two. Sometimes you only get that one pitch per at-bat against these front-line starters. Does he get another one?
Slider was upstairs. He hasn't thrown that at all today.
Fastball upstairs, full count.
By the way, that's the 54th walk of the season by Soriano. I don't think you send him here, though.
It's a strikeout in the game of Cavadas. Doesn't go inside, back-to-back walks.
Might be it now.
That is it. Ryan Snitker is coming out here in the bottom of the sixth. Nobody out. 5+. That'll do it for Spencer Schwellenbach. The Angels pressuring to score.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ballgame when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
Baseball is a sport, pero la verdad es que para nosotros, el béisbol es otra cosa.
El béisbol es un corrido, un dembow y un reggaetón prendido. Es un plácata bien fuácata. Eso es otra cosa.
It's the Plátano power and the Arepa power. It's a familiar name and juniors who dare to dream big.
El béisbol es otra cosa.
The Atlanta Braves go to the bullpen and bring in Pierce Johnson to face Logan O'Hoppe in his 42nd game. O'Hoppe breaking out of his slump in a big way with a 2-run home run. Shonowell on second after a hustle double. Here's how he did it.
Yeah, you go back to that's on a curveball he hit out. Impressive swing going the other way. He's going to be facing a fastball curveball here.
Fastball in the heart of the plate taken for a strike. It's tough for a young hitter like O'Hoppe, first time seeing this reliever. 2 on, nobody out. Chase that one. No swing, says the first base umpire, John Libka.
He's able to hold up and not go after that fastball at 95 miles an hour. That's how strong he is. We'd be falling down swinging at that one.
Impossible to do for a mere mortal. Oh, that is ripped. Oh, what a catch. Oh, what a catch by Arcia. That was in the glove. That's going to be an out.
I see a pretty good read there, too, for Shonowell not getting doubled up on that baseball. It's a cutter towards the end of the bat. See, it leaps up and makes the play, a little snow cone. It is a hot night.
I did not order that snow cone, sir. Little flip to Merrifield. That is a big out, and robbed O'Hoppe of a hit and a possible go-ahead run. Bring up Brandon Drury, who replaced Anthony Rendon, left the game with an elbow contusion. And Drury with a double, his last time up, first at bat of the game.
thrown a curveball 0-1 quite a bit at a time, Johnson has, and that was out of the zone. Even on a 1-1 count to a right-handed batter, he's thrown it a high percentage. And he got that call below the strike zone. That was a curveball out of the zone, called a strike.
Schwellenbach back safely. Nico Cavadas at first. Draws a walk. First walk of his big league career, just beginning tonight. It's a little ground ball. Garcia to second. No throw. And there's 2 outs. Cavadas retired on that fielder's choice. And we'll bring up Mickey Moniak. Moniak is 0 for 2. Did hit the ball hard first time up. Harris making a great catch in center. Took extra bases and a RBI away. Bottom 6. 2-2 game. After a hanging curveball, foul back. It's 0-1.
He's trying to stay back a little longer on the curveball there to recognize it. A couple wild pitches this season for Johnson, especially on his curveball.
Well, that is drilled to right field, hit extremely well, and it is. Is it gone? It looks to be in play. Either way, a run scores. Man, that was close to being a home run, but a double for Mickey Moniak gives the Angels the lead, 3-2.
Did a real nice job of staying on that curveball, stayed back after being out in front the one before. 105.3 off the bat, but stayed in play just below that yellow line. It stayed really back on that curveball to crush it. It's a 22-degree launch angle because he stayed back and hit it on the line. You want to see Moniak hit the ball on the line. He almost hit that out on the line.
Halo's coming through tonight. Runners in scoring position. That is good to see. Joe Adell takes downstairs. Halos take the lead. Go at RBI, double for Moniak. His partner in crime, Joe Adell at the dish, looking for more damage. Two excellent swings tonight from Moniak. Ninth double. 36 RBI for Mickey. Good count here for Adell. EY ducks away from that ground ball, foul, 2-1.
And you throw a high percentage of curveballs, every once in a while you'll leave one upstairs, and that's exactly what it was. He got at that higher part of the arc of the curveball, and that's what Moniak crushed off the wall. Joe Adell looking for the same.
Against Washington and Toronto, the Angels scuffle. Runners in scoring position. You see the 3 for 53 previous 6 games, 2 for 7 tonight.
Still a high percentage, over 70% of the time, will still throw a 3-2 curveball. He's throwing a lot of them.
That is ripped. Oh, what a play. Long throw, Adell.
Joe thought it was down the line. If he goes straight through the bag there, he's going to beat it out.
Unbelievable.
Riley mentioned how good he has been at third base. What a play. Saves 2 runs there.
He thought it was down the line, doesn't run through the bag. He's thrown out. You just don't see it. That's a big mistake for the Halos. Adele with his speed, he's going to beat that out, and another run's going to come in. But it is 3-2 heading to the 7th.
Those look good. We've got to get you some.
Oh, we don't need to get that.
No, today.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, baby. Your boots have holes in them.
All right.
They look so good.
So that's how they're so productive. They use Fiverr. Look how quickly they find freelancers. So simple.
Yeah, but why are they working in the dark?
Grow your business easily with freelancers. Fiverr.
Learning to invest with Greenlight has really paid off.
Huh. Reminds me of how I learned about investing. Yeah, I never learned about investing.
Is there water in this thing?
Bring your family into the financial future.
With the Game Time app, I paid 60% less than this guy.
What?
And it's not just sports tickets. It's also concerts. Performances, too!
Oh, come on!
Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Kyle Tucker is doing it at the major league level. Yeah.
Seems like every game, we're impressed by him a little bit more. And
Deep to right field, it's gone! King Tuck!
Talk about his defense, which is elite.
He leads, and he caught it! Tuck out there protecting the kingdom.
Kyle Tucker has been the man. Bat flips for days. Watch this one. Hey, boys, this is what I do.
All hail King Tuck!
Soda's back. Like, actually back. The twist? It's better for you this time. You deserve that mouth-watering swirl of bold flavor and refreshing bubbles without feeling bad about it. Because cravings...
A tough one for Joe Adele when he hit that ball down the line. Also, Riley made an incredible play even in getting to this baseball, but what you can see what happened is Bo Porter thinks it's down the line himself. He's already waving him as if he's going to send him through to second base, his potential double. That's what I think Joe read as he's going down the line. Instead of being a run scored, especially with his speed, as good as an arm that Riley has, I still think Joe beats that out. Although he's still able to look down the line to see if he made the play or not. But still, the wave on that one looked like he confused him enough where he made that turn instead of straight through the bag.
Picked up his first base coach, saw the wave, made the turn, thrown out. Would have been close. Tremendous play either way by Riley to save a run, lay it out, diving.
We often talk about defensive run save. That saves 2 runs there for Austin Riley. Talked about him, we even highlighted him on our defense earlier. I mean, he's that good. Part of that reason why he's good is because the guy in the dugout for the Angels, Ron Washington.
So I blame you for highlighting him and Washington for teaching him to play defense. Just a tremendous play, but one you do not see. Very rarely do you see the hitter start to round the base, especially with his speed. Just obviously didn't see him make the play. Hunter Strickland, that slider, that great spin we've highlighted, the break, 2-2.
It's so good this season. He's pitched a ton of games. Try to backdoor that one. Trying to get that first out of an inning. This is his 55th game this season for Hunter Strickland.
Big pitch here. As Harris fouls it back, stays alive. Count remains 3-2.
Already his 18th game of his career versus Atlanta.
Strickland didn't pitch in the big leagues in 2023. But as you mentioned, workhorse here for the Halos. 66 games for Cincy in 22. With the Giants in 16 and 17, 72 games, 68 games. That is hit well left center field. Going back on it is Taylor Ward. Has room at the track, makes the catch. That's a sigh of relief for Strickland and the Halos, and we'll give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
I invited Deadpool and Wolverine over to whip up some mini Jimmy Bang Bags. That was a mistake.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
He still went with his #1 pitch, his slider, and made him hit it the big part of the field. He hit it well, but Taylor Ward able to run it down. When you get to this point of the game, you're forcing hitters to go the other way with your #1 pitch.
And the man that made that great defensive play, Austin Riley. One down. Swing and a miss. Tight game as the Angels look to impact this wild card race in the National League. Win 2.
Back-to-back good cutters. They still feel like sliders to me, but they're still tight.
Braves and Angels have not met a ton historically. It's the 22nd all-time game. Ryan Snitker and the Braves have been an excellent road team the past couple of seasons. Just over 500 by 1 game this year.
Got backed up on him. Fortunately, pulled it foul. Nice play with the glove. Brought a glove. Make a play. See if he can make that quick adjustment on this breaking ball.
Oh, well inside on that fastball, 2-2.
Almost got a chase because he was anticipating a slider.
Little number, and it goes foul.
That's it. Is that good quick adjustment he made on that one? That was a good slider.
Well, the importance of this game in the NL wildcard standing, the Braves just 1.5 up on the Mets, picked up a win tonight, did New York. And the Braves finishing up this 10-game road trip of this series here, 84-60, and going back to last year on the road. Despite all those injuries, Matt Olson and the Braves are holding down a playoff spot, but it's going to be an interesting race that the Angels can impact. Over the head of Strickland, coming in Neto, bare hand throw. Oh, what a play! Oh, yeah, he got him.
And that's the play right there that makes Ron Washington smile. Ryan Goins, that play coming in on the baseball, getting a lot on the throw. What a play by Zach Neto. Over the head of Strickland, you think, oh, that's got a chance of being a base hit. On the bare hand, and a perfect throw with a lot on it. Huge play, especially with this guy coming up now.
The guy being the NL RBI leader, Marcell Ozuna. And that one has some spin. Stefanik with Neto over his head. Oh, not in time. My goodness. Just couldn't get enough on that throw. A nice effort by Stefanik.
See many infield hits for him. Just couldn't quite get enough on the throw. He's playing shortstop there. The way the defense was set up.
The catch, ducking under Neto, but not enough on the throw. Here's Matt Olson. It's a big moment right here. 1-run lead for the Angels. Big slugger at the dish. Man, what a play by Zach Neto. He is a star shortstop for the Angels.
Backdoor slider, took a little off it. Changeup.
Strickland spent 9 years in the National League. He has faced these Braves quite a bit. 3-1. Sean Murphy on deck. Friday night wave breaks out at the Big A. And that's going to get over the head of Drury for a base hit.
It's a pretty good swing. That's a changeup down. He went the other way again. He's forced him to go to the big part of the field. Did so.
He's going to bring Barry Enright out to the mound. We got 2 on, 2 outs. A 3-2 Halo lead here in the 7th. This is a second to tell you about the MLB Ballpark app. Will complete your next visit to your favorite ballpark. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
This has been a fun game so far.
No doubt. Well, that's the whole theme of the night, right? Yeah. Players Weekend. Glad it's back. This Players Weekend surprisingly disappeared for 4 games, 4 years, I should say. And right now, it's just down to baseball. And it's kind of been an intense game. Last half inning, crazy. Angels had a chance to build on the lead, unable to do so, and hoping to just survive here. A big spot for Murphy.
Good cutter, tight.
He came up with the bases loaded in the 5th. Brock Burke, battle, struck him out.
Got to go right back out with another cutter.
A gamer on the bump, and Hunter Strickland loves these moments.
Chance to be able to get through this inning right now. Head of the count, 1-2.
And here's the 1-2, well outside. What a play by the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe, diving to his right.
Yeah, he muscled up on that one. Didn't have to after some really good cutters. He threw that slider. See that elbow drop somewhat on that one. That's how you see that baseball run that far off the plate. Strickland is looking for his best pitch of the night right now.
Two on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count coming.
That got around. They got away with that one. Sometimes that backup slider can be effective, but you don't want to try that one too often because you can punch that ball anywhere. You can make contact with it. So like I said, now is his best time for his best pitch.
Your guess is as good as mine.
There
whoa, he got him. A big strikeout for Hunter Strickland. And Zach Neto, if we could, one more time.
Yeah, that was Magneto on that play. Incredible play.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high. There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Really great defensive plays being made here tonight. First, Austin Riley laying out full stretch. Adele, the turn, he would have beaten that out most likely, most definitely. But this,
that's incredible play too. How important that is. Every out against this Braves lineup just gets him at first base.
100%. They're going to be talking about all those plays and more on Angels Live, our post-game show presented by OC Navigator, Kent French, Tim Salmon, and Erica Weston.
By the way, nice job by Hunter Strickland. When you look at his career numbers against the Braves, it's been a tough team for him, but he made a great pitch to get that swing and miss on his slider.
Well, after everybody got their stretch on, we have the bottom of the 7th, Michael Stefanik, Taylor Ward, and Zach Neto, Dylan Lee, and the lefty on for the Braves. Seen Spencer Schwellenbach go 5+. Pierce Johnson. And now Lee.
Lee's fastball, 90-95 slider, a lot of them, changeup.
Stefanik, 2 strikeouts, both looking. And falls behind 1-2.
And so far in this game has not really seen the ball well. Twice he's been called out on the 3rd strike. Looking. That's not something you see from Stefanik a whole lot. Usually he's contact. They're infield playing him straight up because he hits the ball all fields well.
Two and two. For whatever it's worth, Gooby, the Angels playing a real good ball game tonight, right? It's a tight game against a really good team in the Braves, and they have been playing good baseball against teams above 500 and getting wins. Not so against the sub-500 teams. A strikeout for Stefanik. So unfortunately, that is the 3rd time he's punched out. We can bring up Taylor Ward.
And chase that changeup just off the plate. Sometimes as a hitter, no matter who's on the mound, you just aren't seeing the ball as well as normal.
We showed this before, but it's worth showing you again. Since July 12th, the Angels have the best record in baseball against teams 500 or better, 10-2. This will be a big win here tonight, a Friday night. That is hammered. Taylor Ward, that's a fair ball. Down the left field line, and extra bases for Ward. I don't know, something about the number 2. The player's weekend bat. And Ward picks up his 2nd hit of the game.
Oh, it's mandatory with your pencil number 2, you hit a double. Runner in scoring position. The Angels a little bit better today with runners in scoring position. Another extra base hit for the Halos today. 6 hits total, but 4 of them have been doubles. I mean, 3 doubles and a home run.
Zach Neto takes downstairs. Did the teacher ever say to you, that's it, put down the number 2 pencil, put it down? You actually work with the number 2 pencil.
Yes, I do.
You chewed the eraser right off.
Oh, yeah.
See, it is a close game. 2-0. Another runner in scoring position for the Angels. And they had a nice little insurance run here in the 7th.
Go off a little on that changeup. He says right there, okay, I got to stay back. I got to go the other way. .33% of the time on a 2-1 count will he see a fastball, so you wonder if we get another changeup or slider here.
Got the slider, swing and a miss, and the count's 2-2. Possible the Angels want to avoid Raisel Iglesias. Former Angels converted 17 consecutive save opportunities.
Good take.
Soriano waits on deck. Angels' best hitter, best player all year. At the plate, Full count.
He's looking off speed there. He got the express instead.
He knew it. Leno strikes out for the third time tonight. He's 0 for 4, brings up Schwellenbach with 2 outs.
That's why sometimes you get all that information, how good the percentages of on a 3-2 count, what you get from him as a right-handed batter. Only a third at a time, he'll throw a fastball and he froze him.
They're going to talk things over with Schwellenbach at the plate. We'll see what's on the menu from Jack in the Box.
I invited Deadpool and Wolverine over to whip up some mini Jimmy Bang Bags. That was a mistake.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Braves getting some action up in the pen. Luke Jackson. We also have Jimmy Herget. Noah Chavez out there. A bunch of former Angels joining Raisel Iglesias. That a nice little hug.
Yeah, that was great to see Raisel today.
He was a loved member of the bullpen, and he's having great success with Atlanta. Lefty. And Schwellenbach gets a big opportunity here.
This is where a lot of times he hits the ball in left center field. Kelnick can cover a lot of ground out in left field too. He's playing fairly shallow. Harris playing deep center. Kelnick can cover some ground. Same thing with Harris. Soriano, we just try not to say his name because he does everything so well defensively.
Good pitch. Just missed. Favorable count now for Nolan, 2-1.
So the conversation must have been to stick with fastballs so far against him. Another fastball.
Crowd is liking the play. Excellent play from Tuiasosopo. That Tuiasosopo casually.
Yeah, he said that, no problem. I got it.
I mean, he probably got a standing ovation there. That's a tough pitch and a strikeout for Schwellenbach. Angels cling to a 3-2 lead.
Performance.
He is locked in.
Passion.
There's nobody more important than him.
Teamwork.
Working together is key.
Get inside the game with MLB Tonight.
Blanco does it! Throws a no-hitter!
Bringing you breakdowns, highlights, and live look-ins to the big moments as they happen.
But that was the MVP of the game right there.
MLB Tonight. Inside the game all season long.
Boom! And how fun is this show?
Only on MLB Network.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Well, there are only 3 homestands left, believe it or not, the Big A this year. For more info on upcoming games, including exciting matchups, giveaways, and much more, visit angels.com/tickets to see your Angels heavy road slate.
Yes.
So with Matt Moore, the lefty, veteran, on the bump. Big moment here. I want to point out also, new second baseman, Jack Lopez, making his Angels debut. We mentioned the defense, very confident defensive player. Play all over, and a late defensive replacement in this game. Orlando Arcia, Jared Kelenic, Ramon Laureano due up. All right, 3-0.
Got to work your way back into this count here now.
It's like Adam Duvall on deck. Pinch hit for Kelenic. And that is ball 4, 4-pitch walk.
Another leadoff base runner for the Braves tonight.
And that's the 6th in the 8 innings. The Angels have done a good job preventing as much as possible his runs from coming in. Adam Duvall pinch hitting for Kelenic.
A lot of power in that swing.
Good hack, fouled back by Duvall. Angels have Ben Joyce heating up in the bullpen.
6 double plays the ball has rolled into. He's definitely a guy to get ahead and get a strikeout against him, but a lot of power.
Oh, it's popped up. That's a gift.
Got him out in front of him, a changeup.
Moore, he's pointing to Hoppy, and Shonowell's like, I got it. That's a huge, huge out.
Out in front, popped him up on a changeup.
All right, so Ramon Laureano. One down here in the 8th. Tight game, 3-2. Logan O'Hoppe, a big 2-run home run in this one. Mickey Moniak also an RBI double. Oh, 2.
2 fastballs in a row by him.
Braves got both of their runs in the 4th inning.
Still think maybe a fastball away is still a good option for him. I know Laureano right now is thinking a changeup from Matt Moore. So he went with the changeup on that one.
Angels bullpen trying to hold things down here. 2-2.
We often say sometimes you don't necessarily have to throw that setup pitch. You have to 2 fastballs he threw by him. Threw a changeup, takes it, then that fastball off the plate.
That's out to left field, hit well, and Taylor Ward's going to have to play that for a base hit. So Ramon Laureano comes back of course, and makes a big impact. The base hit.
He went on a changeup. It looked like he was sitting on a changeup against him the entire at bat. This time it was elevated enough where he stayed on it. He was late on fastballs, but on that changeup.
Ron Washington knows how critical this moment is. The slow walk out to the mound. Whit Merrifield is the batter. And the volunteer fireman, Ben Joyce, in the biggest moment of this game, perhaps coming in. As Washington takes the ball, the big righty, Ben Joyce, coming in.
Kyle Tucker is doing it at the major league level. Yeah.
Seems like every game we're impressed by him a little bit more.
Deep to right field, it's gone! King Tuck!
Talk about his defense, which is elite.
He leaves, and he caught it!
Tuck out there protecting the kingdom.
Kyle Tucker has been the man. Bat flips for days. Watch this one. Hey, boys, this is what I do.
All hail King Tuck! Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free. Find it on the MLB.tv home screen. MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Getting late, but stay with us, Rock fans. We've got your favorite song that's gone to the top of the charts. It's #1 with a bullet.
Ben Joyce's fastest pitch yet.
Let's say 104.7.
It's the Ben Joyce experience with Ain't Never Gonna Catch Me.
Catch me if you can.
On 104.7, The Smoke.
Outstanding. I recognize that DJ's voice. I just can't. Matty V coming up big. That's tremendous. Ben Joyce, one career save, high leverage situation. 2 on, 3-2 Angels lead, only 1 out. Whit Merrifield, the batter. Did you come up with that whole 104.7?
No. I wish I could throw 104.7. No, that would have been fun. Slider, first pitch.
Like it. Ben Joyce has only faced 1 member of the Braves, but he wasn't a Brave at the time. It's Jorge Soler. There's a little ground ball. Drury to second. Stefanik to first. The throw. Double play. Ben Joyce, get that work done. Top of the charts. Gotta love it.
Ground ball machine. Great turn. 5-4-3.
Intentional Talk, where baseball players reveal their biggest secrets.
I played trombone. I guess that could be a secret. You gotta go long though, Kevin. It's the long one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry.
Intentional Talk on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Logan O'Hoppe needed this big time. Comes through, two-run home run. The slump is over. And then Mickey Moniak, that's a clutch double. Great swing, drive it in. The run that now stands as the go-ahead run. And thanks to some precious defense from none other than Zach Neto.
Oh, and it's so fabulous defensively at shortstop. Loving that smile, knowing how hard he works at it. Time to get Nico that first hit in the show.
Nico Cavadas. 0 for 2 with a walk. MLB debut. Just coming up from AAA. And facing Luke Jackson.
Fastball, 2 and 4-seam fastball, cutter, slider, occasional curveball.
Back-to-back sliders, new left fielder Adam Duvall, pinch hit, popped up, remains in the game. Kelnick in left field.
He tracked that one really well. He's trying to get one of those sliders in the zone here and see if he can do some damage to it.
Upstairs 3-1. Cavadas, one of the 4 players acquired at the deadline in the Luis Garcia trade. Didn't think he got traded. The deadline was passed, and then he got a call into the office. You're an Angel. Full count.
Let's see something breaking, whether it's a curve or slider here now. 3-2.
I think he's swinging here. Ooh, takes strike 3. Good pitch. Fastball. Got him. Cavadas has struck out for the second time tonight.
He paints us right in the lower part of the strike zone.
Looking for something else for sure.
Just barely touched it, but it's definitely a strike.
12th strikeout for Braves pitching. And here's Logan O'Hoppe. Well, he takes a fastball upstairs. Yesterday, I'm sure you probably saw this, partner, right? It was National Apostrophe Day. I just knew that my fellow apostrophe mate, Logan O'Hoppe, would be coming through tonight.
So you were prepared for that one then. Way to go, Pat.
Yeah, I was absolutely prepared. We don't get the respect that we deserve from the driver's license. The DMV is hurtful. Oh, he was on that.
Yeah, it's a good swing and a fastball there. All of a sudden, Jackson throwing some fastballs.
Ben Joyce, 2 pitches, 2 outs.
You know, he grew up a Braves fan, so you know a lot of fans, friends and family back home are watching.
Well, it's because it's America's team, right? Is that why?
Being in that area where it's Braves country down here in Tennessee.
Sure is. Well, he's ready. Come back in. Pick up his second save. Looking for a little insurance. A strikeout for O'Hoppe. 13th strikeout tonight for Rangers batters. And here comes Brandon Drury. Drury, as we mentioned, replaced Anthony Rendon, who was hit by a pitch in his right elbow, left the game. An elbow contusion. And so Drury came in and doubled back in the 4th. Helped turn that double play. Time is called. Crew Chief James Hoy coming in to talk to Charlie Ramos.
That may be a pitch timer. Or is it on?
Looks like it's on Drury.
They've been in the batter's box by that 8-second mark.
I think he's pointing to the clock that he can also see. The rest of us be in there and facing the pitcher by that 8-second mark. I mean, he's there.
He's definitely in there.
And perhaps a warning.
It's more making that eye contact.
Well, from that look, he appeared to do everything right. Scolded, no reason. Thought they just call that a strike.
No harm, no foul.
That's right. 1-0. Chopper. Arcia. Strong throw gets him. Ben Joyce time. Back out. Looking for the save. Second of his career against the team he grew up rooting for. Fire coming your way.
Weekdays on MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Going back to Hyundai Key for the game today to beat the Braves. You need the Angel song. You mean the total team effort. So some solid defense, some timely hitting with Hoppy, 2-run home run. Mickey Moniak with that RBI double. The bullpen has been great. Trying to be able to hold on and win his first game of a 3-game series against this very good Atlanta team.
Top of the order, Michael Harris, Austin Riley, Marcell Ozuna. All due up against Ben Joyce, the closer of the future for the Halos in a big moment here. 102 in there for a strike.
4-seam action. Some ride to it.
You just put that glove there, he's going to pop it. 1-2 on a 102. Up there letting it eat. Swing and a miss.
Ooh. 103. Some serious cheddar. 102, 102, 103. That's that good 4-seam fastball upstairs. Still has that nasty splinker.
Facing Austin Riley.
Seeing every first batter he's faced, he's throwing a first pitch slider.
This should change the eye level just a bit. Well, sinker inside. 2-0.
Close pitch there. Could have gone that way.
Riley with tremendous power. 19 homers. Foul back. 103. We round up 102.5 on the video board here at the Big A. You mentioned how good the bullpen has been. They pitched 5 scoreless so far here tonight. Been the best in the American League. That is a high pop-up. Taylor Ward, a long run, needs to stay in play. He's got room, and he's got it.
It's amazing, Patrick, how many fly balls are hit high, work their way back into play. Saw with Kelnick earlier, that same thing with Taylor Ward off the bat. You know, on that slider, you thought maybe it was going foul, but it drifted back, and Taylor Ward stuck with it. It's a big second out.
Marcell Ozuna just strutting up to the plate. And this is a matchup that you show up and just kind of hope that you get when you go to the ballpark. This is mano-a-mano, power versus power.
Ooh, 104. Ooh. That's splintered. Nasty.
The volunteer fireman. There you see it. Versus the big bear. Marcell Ozuna. Oh, he just gets enough of it somehow. Just fists that to center field for a base hit. The tying run aboard for the Braves.
It's that splinter again. It ran in on. I wonder if they get a pinch runner. And yes, they are. Change anything about that. You threw a pretty good pitch here. That's how strong he is. He goes, that ball was running in on him. He just brought his hands in and enough to be able to punch that one into the outfield.
Yeah, that is a strong man muscle on that one to center field. And Luke Williams is the pinch runner. Wonder if he is on the move. Matt Olson.
Not with Matt Olson at the plate. I wouldn't think so.
Oh, little chopper. Shonowell over to Joyce. Ball game! Ben Joyce picks up the save, second of his career. Angels with the win, a big one over the Braves, 3-2.
Patio, this is a great game, an all-around game. Logan O'Hoppe did a great job behind the plate, calling pitches. His 2-run home run, huge. And Mickey Moniak with that go-ahead double. Bullpen off the charts good against Atlanta here tonight.
5 2/3 scoreless by the Angels bullpen. That was a lot of fun, partner. What a game.
That was an Angels victory today. They fought hard throughout the whole game. Great defense, just enough hitting, some great pitching, and another W against a team above 500.
That's a nice comeback win for the Angels. 17th time this season they've overcome a deficit of 2 or more runs. That's second most in baseball.
Sometimes it's just hard to explain how this works, how you struggle against teams that aren't playing real well, but they played well here against Atlanta tonight.
Just a fight. Everybody showed up. Could have been a chance to kind of fold the tents, but no, great defense, just enough offense, and O'Hoppe with the big blast.
Oh, what a swing that was by O'Hoppe. I'll tell you what, the volunteer fireman, he's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the closer of the future. Here's a look. Listen, it was a big offer, and he just sensed the relief. He let it know, and it was visible. And we have Toyota players of the game, without a doubt. Downstairs we go, Erica Weston, Logan O'Hoppe, and Ben Joyce. Erica.
Logan, I'll start with you. That is certainly a good way to break out of a slump. A game-tying 2-run home run. Looked like you took a big exhale rounding the bases. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to finally contribute. That was the toughest part of this last couple weeks. I'm serious. It was really tough to deal with, and that felt pretty good. Still a long way to go, get out of it, but that definitely felt pretty good.
It's good to see. How about the chest protector? A nod to the kids, the hospital visit earlier this week. Pretty special to be able to wear that tonight and throughout Players Weekend.
Yeah, it was special. It was pretty cool to wear it, and thinking about them all night, and puts things in perspective. You know, it's pretty cool. So hope they can see it now and smile, and yeah, just things that are controllable throughout the year that hopefully put a smile on people's faces.
No question they're smiling. Ben, how about you? Your second career save, a 5-out save, but in the 8th inning you come in 2 pitches, 2 outs. It's a pretty good job to get, a pretty good way to get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. O'Hoppe, great pitch call there. I mean, it was just trusting what he calls, and you know, just was able to make a good pitch and get out of it. And I mean, everything felt good today, so it was good to be able to get a 5-out save there.
I love the chemistry that the two of you have working together. I know you grew up a Braves fan, though. It's been a tough week to come back, and get this win, close out Atlanta in the first of 3. Got to make you guys feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I'm from Knoxville, so it's a hometown team for me, and it's awesome to get the opportunity to pitch out here against them. And I mean, hope to come in tomorrow and do the same thing. It was a good first game of the series for sure.
Thanks for the time, Jazz. Nice job.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool to get both of them there, Patio. Great job tonight, Patio.
Thank you. You too, Gooby. Such a blast. And we hope, Angel fans, to see the chemistry between Joyce and Ohapi last many, many years.
Oh, those two together working. The trust is amazing.
Excellent job. Thanks, Gooby. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this. Stay there.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Can't recall another baseball game where emotions ran so high.
There it is! Fly ball to deep right field. It's out of here! It's gonna go!
What a play by Aaron Judge!
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Score from the Big A, 3-2 Angels over the Braves in this great weekend series. That's a nice opener. Hey, back tomorrow, Angels take on the Braves once again, and Angels Live presented by Nissan. We'll start our coverage at 6 p.m. right here on Valley Sports. Stay tuned for Angels Live postgame. It's presented by the OC Healthcare Agency, Ken French, Tim Salmon, and Erica Weston. For our entire crew, Mark Gubas, I'm Patrick O'Neill. See you next time.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper, for me, is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness.
Every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
On MLB Network, it's the baseball show for the thinking fan. Join Brian Kenny and his daily panel of experts for a more analytical look at the game. Think baseball with MLB Now. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
What a way to kick off Players Weekend here at the Big A as we welcome to Angels Live, presented by the OC Navigator. Angels take game one of a three-game set against the Braves by a final of 3-2. Come from behind to get with this one done here tonight. Several heroics to talk about as we welcome you inside the Big A. Kent French alongside Tim Salmon. How about the Angels now 11-2 against teams 500 or better, Tim, since July 12th, which is the best in Major League Baseball over that span. They continue to find a way to beat good teams.
Find a way, I'd say so. I mean, that was not a pretty one. There's a lot of things to dissect there, but you know what? They played just enough defense. Well, I should say they played great defense, but got just enough pitching. The bullpen bailed them out again. And I'm telling you what, this was a huge win because it felt like the whole game they were behind by like 6 runs. And lo and behold, they go out and they win the game by 1.
It was a nail biter. Certainly defense was there. We'll talk about that. The bullpen was nails here tonight. But let's talk about Logan O'Hoppe to kick things off. Your Angels were down by 2 after the top of the 4th, heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. Tim, we talked about him in the pregame show. Logan O'Hoppe getting Wednesday off and Thursday, which was a scheduled day off. He would get in the lineup tonight, and after going 0 for in his first plate appearance to rack his 0-for-ness up to 0 for 29, he'd come back in a big way.
He came back in a huge way for this team, and this is what they needed. You know, they dropped in the lineup, back in the 5-hole. You know, I just think there's something psychological there. I mean, but regardless, he got a 1-1 curveball right there and was able to do what we saw him do all year long, is stay on the ball, center it, and hit that ball the other way. That's a great piece of hitting right there. Look at him exhaling. He needed that in a huge way. The Angel team needed it in a huge way. I mean, at that point, Spencer Schwellenbach was just dealing. I mean, it really felt like you weren't going to see any hits out of this guy, but I'm telling you what, O'Hoppe's got to feel greatly relieved.
Wow, you can see it in his face.
Get the monkey off his back right there, so to speak. But, you know, hopefully that's what gets him going. And, you know, I think he's a heart-of-the-order guy at some point, but he obviously, you know, maybe looks a little bit more relaxed moving down the lineup.
Yeah, several monkeys, I think, jumped off his back there, as I mentioned, snapping an 0 for 29 slump for Logan O'Hoppe, but he comes back in a big way. So the Angels were all tied up at 2 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Nolan Shanawell was in the 3-hole, Tim, but he was batting like a leadoff hitter here tonight. He would score 2 runs. He would get on base to kick things off in the 6th.
You know, they always say that leadoff walk, especially tight games. I mean, 2-2 tie right here. Leadoff walks always seem to come around and score. And we're talking about Spencer Schwellenbach. I mean, his strikeout to walk ratio was insane going into the night's game. He walked back-to-back guys, and that was the end of it. O'Hoppe, great at bat right here. Almost had a chance to extend the lead or put the Angels ahead right there in that situation. Great job.
Brandon Drury would get forced out to the second base, and then here comes Mickey Moniak.
I tell you what, little curveball in the outer half right there. I still didn't get a good look. Boy, I really wonder where that ball hit in that wall. I thought it was a homer. It got dark out there pretty quick, but nonetheless, got the Angels ahead, and then a Joe Adell right here. I don't know. You know, he must not have seen the third baseman come up with that one, but boy, that could have extended the lead as well. Great piece of hitting by him right there. Good job of hitting. Just one of those freak plays.
That was a shot down the line. We didn't see it there, but Austin Riley made a heck of a play. And as you can see there, it looked like Joe Adell thought that was going for extra base.
Well, he was running, looking down the line. You thought he would have had a good view at it, so I'm not exactly sure what he saw. Only he could tell you, and maybe that's find something out in the presser, the post-game presser. But yeah, that you see something new every day in this game, and that right there would have been a great insurance run. He would have beat that play out easily.
Or runs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a couple could have scored.
Well,
there.
I mean, he would have beat that throw out, and we would have got the 1 run across, so it would have just added 1 right there. But nonetheless, good job of hitting in that situation. Take something positive away from it.
Yeah, and we'll hear from Ron Washington a little bit later on. But you know what? The Angels won. That means you win free fries. It's the sweet taste of victory, Tim Salmon. And we haven't had free fries for the 3 games against Toronto. But right now you do get free fries. So you go to tomorrow with a $2 purchase at any participating McDonald's. Use the app. You get yourself a free medium fries. As we take our first time out here on the program, when we do come back, we had some defense playing behind the pitchers tonight, including Big Papa Zach Neto with a 1-hop play.
Bryce Harper is special. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Bryce Harper, for me, is must-see TV.
You can't take your eyes off him.
We all love his feistiness
every time it's a big moment, Bryce Harper comes through.
That's what you always dream of, to put a city on your back and do that for your team.
He did it again! It is Bedlam at the bank!
One of the coolest sports moments ever.
Weekdays on MLB Network. Get fired up for heated baseball talk as Christopher Mad Dog Russo barks about all the big stories from around the league, along with news and commentary from Alana Rizzo. High Heat with Christopher Russo. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
Baseball is a sport, pero la verdad es que para nosotros el béisbol es otra cosa.
El béisbol es un corrido, un dembow y un reggaetón prendido. Es un plácata bien fuácata. Eso es otra cosa.
It's the Plátano Power and the Arepa Power. It's a familiar name and juniors who dare to dream big.
El béisbol es otra cosa.
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Halo shining bright here tonight on a Friday night at the Big A. Angels come from behind to take down one of the better teams in the NL, the Atlanta Braves, by a final of 3-2 as we welcome you back inside the Big A. Ken French alongside Tim Sam and Jose Soriano got the start. He wasn't as dominant as we've seen really throughout the course of the season. 3 1/3, but he would give up the 2 earned runs, 76 pitches. He threw a lot of pitches here tonight, but it was the bullpen, Tim. 5 2/3 of shutout baseball. That would be a story tonight.
Yeah, shutout, 6 hits scattered over that. Fantastic job. Like you said, we thought Soriano would go out there and pick up some innings and get deep into the game. Couldn't get a sinker over, couldn't get a splitty over. Really just got caught up in a pitch, pitch count situation. But Contreras came in, picked up a couple innings, did a great job right here. Again, these guys coming in, they're doing everything they can. They're mixing in a couple hits here and there, maybe a walk or two, but getting the big outs when they needed it. And you can't credit them enough for what they did right there, trying to hold down the fort. 5 2/3, like you say, 6 hits, 0 runs, and a 2-2, tight ball game all the rest of the way. So Joyce was the big one that came in there, was able to get the 5-out save, and that cemented everything for the Angels. But we need somebody to go deep tomorrow.
Oh, yes, we do. By the way, we saw Brock Burke there making his Angels debut, claimed off waivers. He'd go 1 2/3, 2 base on balls, 2 strikeouts. Ben Joyce comes into the 8th, 2 pitches. He gets a double play. And look at this. What a way to get 2 outs with 2 pitches, and he comes into the 9th inning and does his thing.
Well, he does, and that's the thing that you had to feel good about is, you got power up there, and as hard as he's throwing, it's going to be very difficult for that heart of the order to really square him up. And that ball right there, I was surprised he got the barrel on it. Might have got jammed on him, got the fly ball out. Of course, Ozuna, the guy's getting hits right now. Even when he gets jammed or breaks the bat, he gets hit. But Olsen finished it up with a soft 4-3 roller right there. I really believe this bullpen has been so underrated all year long. They've come in, they've picked them up. The starting pitching is just, the last couple of months has been really inconsistent. But you got to credit the bullpen. It's tough to go out there and rely on your bullpen every night.
Love to see Ben Joyce, the energy he brings. 2nd career save here tonight in a 3-2 win. So you had the bullpen stepping up, and you had the defense stepping up, Tim Sam. We mentioned Nolan Shanaway getting it done, getting on base here tonight, scoring a couple runs. He make a couple great plays at first base.
Well, he did fantastic. And I tell you what, he started, the first one was double play. The double play right here started, well, this one right here is just a great play by Rendon right there, making a great stretch right there, keeping his foot on the bag. I'm surprised that one didn't get read. But this is the one right here that I was super impressed with. The 3-6-1 double play, that's just fantastic. I mean, with, what was that, Michael running down the line. He's pretty fast. And then, of course, Neto comes up. Another play. How many times have we seen him do that this year? That's a fantastic play right there as well. And again, it came down to 4 defensive plays. 3 double plays and that Neto play right there. That was fantastic.
Yeah, Zach Neto smiles for Big Papa, of course, getting it done here tonight. Defense coming up, the bullpen, and, of course, the big hits, including Logan O'Hoppe as we take another time out here in the program. When we do come back, we're going to hear from the skipper, Ron Washington. I'm sure one of the things he'll be asked about is this, snapping an 0-for-29 slump at the plate in a big way. 2-run jack in a 3-2 win.
Whoa, is this your new Nissan Rogue?
Yeah. Man, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. But this I have not seen. You know, nothing phases me, man. Nothing. But these guys got me phased. Now, this game found another gear. Think you've seen this before? Keep watching.
Want to elevate game night? Turn on MLB Big Inning, a revolutionary way to see the biggest moments from every game, live and commercial-free.
There it is! A 40-70 season!
Find MLB Big Inning on the MLB.tv home screen. Then watch baseball's mega stars in the moments that matter most. It's a whole new ballgame when the action comes to you.
Game over!
MLB Big Inning, live every game night on MLB.tv.
Weekday mornings on MLB Network. Wake up to baseball's hottest stories, big-name guests, and a whole lot of fun. MLB Central, the show baseball fans and baseball players wake up to. Weekday mornings, only on MLB Network.
Angels Live is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. Ben Joyce, 5-out save, second career save. Logan O'Hoppe, big 2-run home run to break a huge slump. And afterwards, the skipper Ron Washington talked about his catcher.
Well, I think he got the monkey off his back. He was trying hard, and that one right there, he hung a breaking ball, and he didn't try to kill it. He just put his bat head on it, and it went. So that's all he needed. And I think from that point, he started feeling good about himself, and he needed that.
5-out save against that team is pretty big for Ben. What did you think of his night?
Well, I thought he did exactly what we needed. We had to piece that together, especially after Soriano ran out of gas. We had to piece it together. Everyone came in and did a good job. And you know, I was confident that Matt could get us through that inning. But when they got the first two guys, got those two guys on, I just needed them to see something else. And I brought in Ben, 2 pitches, got us the ground ball double play, and then came in and got the 3 outs we needed in the 9th.
What do you think it is, the ability? And there's a lot of traffic on the bases. You guys just continuously were able to get out of it.
Well, that's what you call stepping up. You know, the bullpen stepped up. They really did. We needed them to step up, and they did. Again, everyone down there is trying to find their spot. And so we'll have people all over the place until we find a good, cohesive group that's working the rest of the way. He's doing well. I mean, he got hit in the elbow, and it wasn't feeling very good, so we wasn't going to take any chance, so we took him out. Right now, he's day-to-day. We'll see how he feels tomorrow when he comes here.
Zodiac with the RBI double. What do you thought was concerning like that recently?
Well, like I said, every time they get a ball close to him, he does some damage with it. And we certainly need what he gave us tonight. We needed it. Both teams were searching to score runs, and we scored more than them. So we needed everything he gave us.
What did you see?
Well, tonight was a big one, Tim Salmon, because tomorrow is Chris Sale, a pitcher that certainly found his old self, 13-3 with a 2.61 ERA this year.
Yeah, coming off a 7-inning outing in San Francisco, went toe-to-toe with Blake Snell, and there was a no-hitter there for a little bit. So, yeah, he's definitely an elite pitcher in the National League and in the game today. Griffin Canning coming off another good start of his own in Washington. He went 7 innings, gave up, sprinkled 8 hits, 4 runs. So, you know, Canning's kind of a work in progress, building his confidence back the last, couple outings, few outings. So hopefully he can keep the momentum going and, keep his team in there, give him a chance to score some runs or maybe, scratch across 1 or 2 against Sale. But, you're not going to – it's going to be tough sledding for the offense with Sale if he's got his stuff working.
Nico Cavada fan club out here in the field right now. He went 0 for 3 with a walk here tonight in his Major League debut. Angels, though, getting it done and looking ahead to tomorrow. I mentioned, it was big to get this one, but certainly the way they got it done here tonight. You mentioned the bullpen, the defense, timely hitting. Those are all things you want to see find consistency with this team.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I said, it wasn't the prettiest win. I mean, it didn't go as scripted. We all thought it was going to be Soriano going deep in this game and, keeping them 1 or 2 runs. But and they actually did keep them to 2 runs. But at the end of the day, the Angels got the win, and that's that character. That's that makeup of this team that we've seen at times during this course of the year that reminds us that they're growing in the right direction, or going in the right direction, and growing as well. So, one of those good nights tonight, coming off a tough series against Toronto. Have to feel good about the win any way you can take it tonight.
All right, and one of the guys mentioned getting the monkey off his back was one Logan O'Hoppe, and afterwards he talked about getting off the schneid.
Logan Wash said that he thought that maybe that got the monkey off your back. Is that kind of how it felt?
Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, it was a good feeling. I felt like a lot of weight lifted off my shoulders.
How much had that been kind of wearing on you throughout every aspect of your game?
I'm grateful my family's patient. It's been a tough week. Yeah, I don't want to go too much depth about it, but it's been tough. I mean, it's not over yet. Obviously, getting out of it still, but it's a good sign. I feel like I finally got something to latch on and build on tonight.
How did you kind of felt at the plate? I mean, did you feel lost, or was it just feel like unlucky a little bit? I mean, where did you kind of feel like?
No, I just felt like I was getting tied up. Like I said, still working out some of the kinks of it. I felt like my thoughts were the same, and I was trying to do the same things, and I looked at the video, and that wasn't the case, so you got to adjust and rewire, and it's something Wash preaches all the time. You just got to keep readjusting, and wish it hadn't taken a week and a half, but hopefully, I may be ignorant of me now, but hopefully I play long enough where it happens again, and I learn something down the road, so as tough as it is, I'm grateful to go through it, and like I said, still figuring it out and putting it back together.
What did you think of the job?
Everything Logan owns is sleeveless. I don't know if you've noticed.
Showing off the pipes.
Logan O'Hoppe, though, we talked about him in the pregame show a little bit, but he's caught more innings than any other catcher in baseball. I mean, he's grinding right now in this long season. He's still a young player learning how to get through it.
Well, he is, and that's the one thing. These guys physically, they can do all the work to get ready physically and be prepared every night, but they don't understand yet the toll mentally that it takes over the course of a season. The dog days are almost more mental than they are physical, and I think, for somebody like Logan, he's kind of got that football mentality. He's going to push himself and grind himself through all the way through it. And at some point, he's going to learn that, sometimes stepping back, thinking simple, thinking small, like Wash said, you know what, quit trying to crush it, just go up there, just put the barrel on the ball, meet the ball, let the ball do the work. Those are some of the things that you learn over time as you mature, and that goes for everybody. So it's just O'Hoppe for right now, but that's part of the learning process. Maybe the other younger guys around him learn something through his struggles. So that's the silver lining, hopefully at the end of the day.
All right, well, the Angels go for their second straight against the Braves tomorrow. Things get kicked off right here on this field with myself, Tim Salmon, and Mark Gould over the show we like to call Angels Live. Angels getting some big hits, timely hits here tonight. We mentioned Logan O'Hoppe getting the monkey off his back, big 2-run shot. The defense was there behind a bullpen that went 5 2/3 of shutout baseball. It all adds up to a 3-2 win on Players Weekend. Ben Joyce, the fireman, and a 3-2 W.